Hey guys, thanks for listening to Clemente's Corner. This will be episode 13 featuring Alyx Wylie, 1/3 of Bean Squad. It was a really good episode. I was pretty tipsy the whole time. We had a lot of fun, talked about a lot of random things, as always, from Jeffrey Dahmer to giraffes to flower vaginas. So please enjoy, and I will have another episode tomorrow, releasing 2 this weekend, so that's pretty exciting. And I have Christian Spring tomorrow, so be sure to check out for that one. And have a nice day. Thanks for listening. Peace, suckers. Oh, hey, and not peace yet. Don't forget to come out to Whiskey River Wednesday. I will be hosting and performing some jokes at Whiskey River Wednesday, $2 you call it. Come out. Starts around 9 o'clock. It's going to be a blast. There's going to be like 15 comedians. It's going to get crazy, Somebody might die. So come check it out. All right, so we are starting the podcast. This is an impromptu podcast. We weren't planning this shit. We just started drinking, and we're smoking on some vapes, and we're doing a little bit of the old. We're not doing drugs. I was gonna say like a cool word for drugs, but we're not really.
Is there a cool word for drugs?
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
Pixie dust.
Pixie dust. Nope, don't do that.
And intro.
It's like way back in the day, talking that shit while they acting this way, zipping they lips when they listen to Jay. I might sit back a 6-pack in a day, I might relax with a pack of the yay. I'm the whole package, they trapped in a cage. I'ma hold back all these rappers the name. I'm on attack, they ain't captured my flame. Waiting for to come up like water, you cannot run up. Been hustling cause I want it for Danny, you bet up on it. Need to find me an opponent to sharpen all my components. No beefing but I'll T-bone it, be fresher with Joey on it. Riding like she Winona, I'm rolling up that pneumonia. Well, hot like Arizona, got pussy in Oklahoma. The flow can give you a coma, been smoke.
Pussy in Oklahoma.
Wow.
That was Black Sheep. That's my intro probably permanently because I really like that shit. That was really good. He's doing some big shit too. So
Hell yeah.
let me see how many followers how many likes he has. It's at 25 reposts. I can't see the numbers right now, but I know this dude's fucking killing it. He's got like close to like 20,000 plays.
Ooh.
And he's like at a canyon. You know Jace, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool dude. Cool dude. That's the homie.
Hell yeah.
That's the homie for sure. That's the guy who sent me that freestyle from earlier.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Because I've been freestyling at his house a couple times. He's got the whole booth set up. Dude's following his dreams. I'm gonna have him on here. Not last month of April.
The last weekend?
Last Sunday of April. He will be here. Hey, I got a new follower on SoundCloud. Anyway.
Follow them back.
So we just been drinking, watching comedy.
It's
watching
currently
Lil Dicky.
Yeah, it's currently 2:12 a.m.
2:12 a.m.
The bars are closed, but we're not.
Ain't got shit to do.
Oh yeah.
Let's call a stripper. Let's open my Facebook and see who. Ah, never mind.
I was like, wait. No. Actually, during that intro, I had to silence myself because I was about to belch real loud.
Oh, you should have. I think people would have loved it. I'm going to look at current events.
That's not very ladylike to belch on a podcast. Oh, by the way, this is Alyx. I'm from the Bean Squad.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
Monthly.
didn't even introduce you. I'm over here, like, drunk.
Sorry.
I'm not drunk. I'm buzzed. But yeah, this is Alyx Wylie, famous rapper.
Oh, it's like I told you the other day. When I first joined Twitter, I had a bunch of random people follow me. And I think
That's
it was
awesome.
because they thought I was the rapper. But I spelled my name a little different. But whatever. What's that? Click it.
There's a beer that will get you high, not drunk. Let's talk about it.
But I want to be drunk.
Or do you want to be high? I actually have some weed I was going to, like, get out and smoke. But now that I'm sitting down and recording, it doesn't sound as cool because I have to get up,
Right, yeah.
Unless you just want to talk while I
If you want to go get that, I will entertain the podcast.
I kind of want
okay,
to. But
you go
are
right
you
ahead.
ready?
I-
Can you
I can make something up,
Can you really?
maybe.
Because if you don't want to, I can just play
No,
music.
I can.
Okay. What are you going to talk about?
What do you want me to talk about?
want you to talk about
I will take
child abuse.
No. I'll take them through a list of my favorite alcoholic beverages. How about that?
Yeah, we
Because
can
that's what we're
talk
doing
about
right now.
that. Let me I was gonna say something. Did I already say that? Yeah, that was Black Sheep. I'll put a link. I don't even know if I'm gonna post this.
It's
Fuck,
okay.
we might as well.
Might as well.
Right? I say mine as well.
Mine as well instead
Yeah,
of
and
Mike.
that doesn't make any sense. I don't know why I do that.
Which you kind of run it all together. Might as well. Like
Might as
that's
well, yeah.
one.
Maybe
word.
it's a Texan thing.
It is. It's like y'all have.
Y'all have?
Y'all would have. Y'all have. You all would have.
Y'all have?
Y'all have.
Yeah, because y'all would have is so hard to say.
Y'all would have. Or you all would have. No.
Have you ever tried to stop saying y'all?
Yes, and it was horrible.
Yeah, it's really hard.
It's hard.
I remember I was working at Shoe Carnival. That was my first job.
Nuh-uh.
Not a carnival. Very misleading. That place
But
sucks
they have the
ass.
spinner.
They do have a spinner, and they have. That's it. I mean, that's
And a bunch of freaking Nike
and a
tennis shoes.
bunch of freaking Mexicans. Just they shit everywhere, man. They shit everywhere, but in the toilet. And it's fucking gross. It's fucking terrible. Don't ever work at Shoe Carnival because you got to clean the toilets in that bitch.
And it's everywhere but the toilet.
And, yes, and the women are disgusting. I always thought men were way worse than women. Like when it
Wrong.
came to cleanliness.
No, that's fucking wrong.
It is wrong because they're just throwing tampons everywhere, man. Fucking.
Ew, that's disgusting.
No, it was like the worst people shop at fucking Shoe Carnival. I haven't been to Shoe Carnival once since I quit.
Because you're like, fuck that.
Fuck that place. Fuck that place entirely. But as I was saying, there was a time where I was trying not to say y'all because I felt like it was a bad habit, and I would just be like, "How are you all doing?" And it sounded
It sounded wrong.
it sounded so unnatural.
How
Like,
are you all doing?
hey, you guys.
Yous guys?
Yeah, it just wasn't. It wasn't good at all. And I was a horrible worker at that point because I was like 16
Didn't care.
and I was getting high every day. I really was. I was a super stoner in high school. Did you see me? Yeah, you saw me in high
Yeah,
school.
I saw you guys.
Did you know I was a stoner?
Yeah.
See, everybody knew. Everybody knew.
Did you work the cash register at Shoe Carnival?
Yeah, I did.
How was that?
I did everything there. Cash register wasn't bad, but I was like always nervous, so I would always fuck shit up. Like I would forget to scan a shoe, and like, oh, I guess these people got free shoes today.
You know,
Or I'd like scan a box twice, and
oops.
they'd be like, we're $100 short. What the fuck happened? Like, oh, Matt just over here fucking up.
Sorry. Well, that was like when I worked at this place called Steinmart.
I've been there.
As my first job, and I'm horrible with counting change. I just
Yeah.
can't do it. I don't know why. So then I would get so nervous working the register because I'd have to count back people's change. But it would tell you the amount to give back, but people want you to count it back, like however much cash you give back, you know?
Yeah.
And so I'd be like, here's $12.16, but they'd be like, you didn't count it back to me. And I'm
Did
like,
they really?
yes.
I've never heard
And
that.
I'm like, that's a $10 bill, two $1 bills. Like, what the fuck you want?
I never count pat people's change. Like I work in insurance right now, and they always pay their bill with cash, and then I go get the cash. I go get their change, and I'm like, here's $10.12, and they never say anything. They're like, okay.
Okay, great. Well, I guess it was a store policy to count back people's change. Like, you gave me 20, so here's 10, man, yeah, whatever. I still to this day cannot
I mean,
do that.
when I worked at a bank, I did that, but I mean, it's kind of pointless.
It doesn't. I'm just like, if I tell you I'm giving you $12.16 back, you better fucking believe me.
For raw.
You can count it for yourself.
I was really bad at counting change at Shoe Carnival. I felt retarded because I was always like short. I was always off. But then I worked at Academy.
I had a whole crisis because I was like, how much is a dime? How much is a whole dime worth? 10 cents? I guess fucking not. They're like, yeah, Alex, it's 10 cents. And I was like, I guess I can't count to 10, guys. I have to go back to the shoes. I'm sorry.
That's hilarious. But no, I worked at Academy, and at Academy they would just weigh it for you at the end of the day, so you didn't have to count. You just put all the ones there, and the machine would be like, "This is 97 ones," and then you
From
put all
the
the
weight
change in.
of
Yeah,
the bills.
yeah.
What?
It's fucking. It was cool.
I didn't know you worked at Academy.
Yeah, I worked. They fired me at Academy.
What'd you do? Did you count back people's change wrong?
I used to work in receiving. I'd work at 4 a.m.
Ew.
I'd work 4 a.m. to 1 p.m. and then I'd go to class in college. And this guy I was working with, I don't remember his name. It's a Mexican dude. He was real cool. But he'd be like, "Hey man, you don't have to clock out for lunch." I never clock out for lunch, and they never notice. And
Yes,
so
they do.
and so I started doing that. And I ended up doing it for a year. I ended up changing departments. Like I went from the receiving in the morning to working like evenings. And then I worked cashier. I worked team sports. I was there for like almost 2 years. And I never clocked out for lunch the whole time. And this boss that didn't like me, he like noticed that I was just chilling in the break room one day. He's like, did you clock out? And I was like, oh yeah, I totally clocked out.
Right, yeah.
And then he was like, yeah, I went back and watched the tape for the past like 3 days.
And you fucking did it.
You haven't clocked out. And then
I guess it only works in receiving.
yeah, and then basically he was like, well, we're gonna have to fire you. And then he called me the next day and he was like, hey, we're gonna see if we can get your job back.
And you were like, nah.
No, and I was like, yeah. So I went back.
What the fuck?
I went back and then I talked to like a corporate person. He was like, well, I just wanted to check and hear your side of the story. It is unethical, so we are going to have to fire you. And
And
then
you were like, so I came in here for nothing?
yeah. And then that guy was all sad. And I was like, man, he really tried to help me out. And that's cool because like I thought we hated each other. I thought we mutually disliked each other, but he did try to help me at the end of the day. So, but it was like a blessing in disguise because as soon as I lost that job, I went to a job fair at WT Academy was there, which was funny.
You were like, hey guys.
But I got a job at Affiliated,
Oh, sweet.
and Affiliated paid a lot of money, so I basically doubled.
Damn, you've had a lot of jobs, dude.
I've had a shit ton of jobs. It's great. I can't even. I want to say I've had at least 10 to 12 jobs. I don't know. I had quite a few jobs.
I may be a little tipsy, but I remember at Steinmart, the clock out, you would have to either punch in your employee number, and it was like, it had to be 20 digits, like so many numbers.
Are you serious?
Yeah, or you could do
You had to memorize 20 digits?
Yeah, but once you got it down, you could just type it in the computer real fast, and it was actually faster than trying to scan your little badge deal.
Like legit 20 digits?
At least.
There's no way I could memorize 20 digits.
Well, it's like 17 million zeros, and you're just like 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, it's so stupid. Well, to clock out, you could either use your badge number, or you could use your, I don't know if it was your birth date or your social security number. And I'm like, fuck you. You think I'm putting my fucking social in here, you bitches? And I was like, what if I learned somebody else's badge number? And then I could look like I'm clocking out for lunch, but I'm not. I never did it.
Yeah,
I was
don't do the fake clock out. They'll fire you.
I was like 16, and I was like, I could do that, but also I'm going to take an hour lunch, and they can kiss my fucking ass. No, I'd get a text from my manager if I was gone past 40 minutes, because people would take their hour, quote unquote, but then like they wanted you to come back after 40 minutes, and I was like, nah, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck that.
I get my whole hour. So I'd go,
Yeah.
this was on Bell Street, so I'd go down to the KFC, get me a fucking combo number 1.
Oh yeah.
Sitting there.
They got cheap ass fried chicken on Tuesdays.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
fried chicken. What's it called?
Kentucky Fried Chicken. Drumsticks?
No, the damn it.
Yeah.
It is fried chicken, but they have a name for it. It's like chicken fried steak.
Yeah, chicken fried steak.
They have a good ass deal on Tuesdays.
Yeah, so I'd sit in my car and be eating my chicken playing on my phone, and I'd get a text like, you coming back anytime soon? And I'm like, I got 20 more minutes. Fuck you. I hated my manager. I hated her so much.
Oh, that shit sucks. I do with my current job. That's why I don't chill. I used to like take my lunch and chill in the break room. And then my boss would be like, hey, she'd bother me like during my break.
And you're like, dude.
Yeah, like 30 minutes into my break, and it's an hour break, and she'd be like, "Hey, I had a question about this, and there's a guy, and can you help me?" And I'm just like, God, like, give me a fucking hour.
Like, leave me alone. Yeah,
Exactly.
if I take a lunch or anything or just a break, like, I leave my work area.
I do too now.
Because they will ask me questions or want me to
Exactly.
do work
Exactly.
if I'm off the clock or whatever, and I'm like, no.
Hell no.
Unless you're going to pay me overtime for this.
Even if I do bring lunch, like I'll just
Go in your car.
yeah, I'll heat it up and go to my car. Like I don't want to fuck with y'all, and I won't even stay in the parking lot because I've had instances where I'm chilling in the parking
You will
lot.
walk out in the parking lot.
Yeah, walk out in the fucking parking lot. So I just like drive to a park and I just chill at the park.
I remember this one time, the whole store was doing inventory. This is a department store, so there's a lot of shit in there. And I was taking my lunch break, and I made the mistake of going to the parking lot and just sitting in my car. And here comes the assistant manager here, and I'm on my phone, I'm zoned out. He knocks on my window and scares the shit out of me. And I kind of crack it. I don't roll it all the way down. He's like, hey, we're having a problem in it. We're just getting real behind. Can you come in for a minute? And I was like, yeah, I'll come in when my break's over.
Did you really say that?
Yes.
The balls. I like that. I flex with that.
And he was like, I know, I just thought it was a long shot. And I was like, yeah.
You're goddamn right, it's a long shot.
For the rest of my 30 minutes or whatever, I like went to Hobby Lobby across the street and sat over there because I was like, no, you cannot come out here anymore. Leave me the fuck alone.
For real though, that's messed up.
And it sucks when they know what your car looks like.
Yeah, that
because
does.
then they can find you.
Do you still do you have to clock in at your job at the jail?
I do, but I just clock in and then I can kind of do whatever I want.
That's cool.
I mean, I do the visitation, so when people are in there trying to check in or they have questions, I'll sit there. But like if there's not shit going on, because we have it timed where there's like an hour break at certain time slots so we can get shit done. And like I'll just go up front into the sheriff's office part and go talk to my friends up there, and I'm just like,
nice.
Yeah, if you need me, I'll be elsewhere, so don't need me. Sorry.
Do you like the job? Like on a scale 1 to 10, what would you rate it?
Oh, this is the best job I've ever had.
Really?
Because
that's awesome.
In this particular instance, the customer is not always right. I'm right. I'm here to enforce the rules and help it with what I can. And so if you come in there trying to get me to bend rules like we're best friends, I'm like, 1, I don't know you. And 2, I'll get in trouble if I break a rule for you. So I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
And it's real interesting because you get all sorts of different people in there. All walks of life. You get like the lowest of the low and you get the highest of the high, literally. And no, I walked out one afternoon and there was this car, it pulled up and this guy got out, I guess, to bail his buddy out of jail, and it just reeked of just straight pot. And I was like, you're in a jail parking lot and you smell like pot. There's cop cars in the next parking lot over. I don't know if they got in trouble or not because I was leaving and I didn't care, but
Nice. That's cool.
However, my favorite game to play is when people walk out of booking after getting released. I like to see who's from our high school.
Are there a lot?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's cool.
And I have a few friends I text and I'm like, guess who just walked out of jail? They're like, figures.
Gossip.
Half the time it's just like DUI or something and their dad bailed them out or something. But,
Oh yeah.
or there's some weed, but
Now there's a kid. I guess he's not a kid. He's my age, but I don't remember his name. I think his name was Austin, but he was in a vehicle with someone and they ran a person over.
oh shit.
And it was like a hit and run, and that guy ended up dying. And he, it was crazy because I was at school. I was in a marketing class at WT, and this guy we had a speaker come and talk to us, and he pulled up this website and it showed like not most wanted, like the people who were just recently booked. I don't know the term for it.
Yeah.
And his face was on there, and I was like, hey, I know that guy. And I said it loud, and so the whole class was like, ah, like they thought I was joking. I was like, no, I seriously
really
know that guy. But yeah, and then I saw him at Taco Bell like not too long after. So
Did he go to jail?
He wasn't the driver, but he
he
did.
was there.
He got charged because the girl driving was like underage. He was like a 15-year-old, didn't have a license.
God. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was some form of negligence. It wasn't
Yeah.
like murder.
Yeah.
Or like manslaughter. It might have been like manslaughter and negligence. But anyway, he got like 6 years of probation pretty much.
Oh my god.
So he didn't. I guess he got off pretty good for
Okay, I
killing
want to
someone.
know what was going through that girl's mind where she was just like ran this person over and was like, "Oh, it's fine.
Yeah, that is crazy. Like
we'll just go home."
to think you
It's
can
not a rabbit.
to think
It's
they're not gonna
roadkill.
notice.
That's a person.
That is crazy. Some wild stuff. His name was Austin. I don't remember his last. I wouldn't say his last name if I knew it, but
Yeah. What? I wonder what it feels like to hit a person in a car. Like,
I would be.
have you ever hit a deer?
I'd be devastated. No, but I have been in a vehicle where we hit a cow, and that shit was wild.
I bet it's probably similar to hitting a deer or a cow.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you're lucky if you don't die. Like if that bitch doesn't come through your windshield and crush your face.
What I learned from my father, who is also a police officer,
Oh, really?
is if there is an animal in the road, like that is of substantial size, not like a rabbit or a bird or something, but like a deer or a pig or a cow, for instance, you're not supposed to swerve because then you'll end up in the ditch or on
Yeah,
the
you
other
end up
side of the
flipping
road.
your car.
Yeah, so you just slam the brakes and just hold straight because just even if you just tap it, that's better than swerving and hitting somebody else or messing
Yeah.
up your car.
Yeah.
So you just hold tight on that wheel, slam the brakes, and hope you don't fucking hit it.
Yeah. You know what's funny? It was on New Year's Eve. I still remember it vividly, and they were playing that song was on the radio with Usher and Ludacris and Lil Jon.
So
And it
every
was
time
like-
you hear that song, you think
Yeah,
of that cow.
every time I hear that song, and it was like lovers and friends.
Yeah.
Oh, little baby, tell me again. Oh my God, a cow! Boom. And then,
Did they swerve?
no, my sister was driving. She just plowed through that bitch. I didn't know what she hit. I didn't see it.
Did she break?
I was in the back seat. I don't think she broke. Is that the right term?
Broke.
I don't.
Break.
She didn't hit the brakes.
Break. Broke.
I don't think she hit the brakes at all.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure it just walked out, and she was like, boom. All I saw was a big figure, like, fly over the vehicle.
She launched that fucking cow.
Yeah, it was just like,
Dude, that's
boom.
awesome. Did it break her car?
And I didn't know it was a cow. Yeah, the car was totaled completely.
Ah.
And I was like, what the? I wasn't a little child. I was probably 12.
But you
But I
didn't
was
say
like,
fuck
oh my
yet.
God. No, I didn't say fuck yet, but I was like, what the hell was that? I don't know what I
was
said,
that?
but I was.
You probably just screamed and shit your
It was
pants.
wild. Yeah, it was wild. And then so we had to like pull over because the car didn't work anymore.
Oh, damn.
And then another guy, he was driving, and he like hit the cow, like as it was on the ground already dead. He like ran it over, and then he tried
Ooh, I
to
bet
tried
that
to
was
dodge
nasty.
it. So he swerved off, and then he ran into a fence.
Yep. Don't
And then
swerve.
I don't know. I found out recently, like in Texas, like if you hit someone's cow, you have to pay for it. Like if it's
Yeah.
you're at fault.
Well, yeah, if it's their livelihood, wouldn't you want somebody to pay for your cow?
I mean, but if your cow gets out, that's your fault.
That
Is
is
it not?
true.
I mean, it should be,
I
but
would think so.
we didn't have to pay for it, so I don't know how we avoided that.
The funny thing about my dad telling me not to swerve was I didn't even consider the brakes. I just thought you were supposed to fucking hit that shit. And I was like, you mean you just full on hit it? And he was like, I mean, this had to be years later after I
Yeah.
had been driving a while. And he was like, no, dude, you just hit the brakes and don't swerve.
That's cool.
And I was like, oh, I'm a dumbass. I just thought you were supposed to just freaking plow through it.
I mean, it worked well for us. I mean, if my sister would have hit the brakes, who knows what would have happened?
Probably wouldn't have totaled your car. Probably would have stopped.
I don't know. Yeah,
Okay,
what if
but
we missed it
also,
entirely?
I find it.
We were on the way to Walgreens on New Year's Eve.
I mean, I get it for a deer because deers just jump out in front of cars because
Yeah.
they see the lights and
Mhm.
they think they can cross. But a cows don't give two fucks.
Yeah.
I have cows. So they just walk out somewhere and they just stand there.
Yeah.
They don't do anything. You have plenty of time, plenty of
Yeah,
reaction
exactly.
time to slow down to
And
not
she's-
hit a cow.
She's not the brightest. You
Oh,
know,
okay.
she's
I get it. Like deers or like wild hogs.
My
like,
sister's-
they just run across.
my sister's like 6 or 7 years older than me, but I feel like I'm the big mature brother. You know, because
I get that.
she doesn't have the proper synapses in her
Ooh,
brain
good
connecting.
word.
Yes, that's the word of the day. That's the word of the day at 2:32 a.m. Synapses. Can you use it in a sentence? Language of origin. I'm gonna be in a spelling bee, an adult spelling bee.
Do you remember in elementary school they would do the spelling bees?
Mm-hmm. I was in all of them.
Did you win?
No.
Remember that?
I would get super nervous, and I knew how to spell the word, but I would fuck it up because I was super
You were
nervous.
done. You were done with
Yeah.
that now.
I messed up re-elected because I forgot the second E.
God bless.
I just spelled reelected.
Reelected. Reelected. There was this one kid. I don't remember his name. I remember his birthday was on February 29th. So everybody made fun of him because they're like, "Oh, you're only 4 years old," or whatever. And he won the spelling bee every year.
There's a February 29th?
Yeah, on a leap year.
So a leap year's every 4 years?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay.
It just
But-
blew my mind.
He would win the spelling bee every
Wait,
year.
so what? He doesn't have a birthday every year?
No, because it goes February 29th.
Oh,
and
I
then
would
it
hate
goes,
my parents so fucking much.
Then it goes straight to the
Oh
next.
man, that's horrible. I would just change it to the 28th. Be like, hey, can you?
I
you
think
change
they
this?
probably celebrated on the 28th or the first of the next
You
one.
ain't got a birthday this year. Sorry, bitch.
It's like he doesn't exist. But everybody make fun of him.
You're not real.
But he was so smart, and he would spell all the words correctly, and he'd get to the last round.
What race was he?
He was white.
Oh, okay. I was thinking Indian.
He looked like, you know those kids who would wear the Hawaiian shirts and the puka shell necklaces?
Charlie Sheen.
Yeah. He was one of those kids. And like later in school, he was way cooler, but because he won the spelling bee, everybody was like, "Fuck you! You don't have a birthday." Like, they were mean.
Damn.
They were mean to him. I don't know what happened to him. I hope he's still there.
I heard he shot up a high school.
I don't think it was him.
Oh, okay. I was just thought maybe.
He was too busy thinking about his not birthday.
Man, I had a birthday in like 3 years. This is bullshit.
So,
I bet every 4 years he goes hard though. You know, like,
dude,
I finally got a birthday. About to turn up. You know,
that'd be an excellent excuse. Not that I need an excuse.
it really
but...
would. Like, if my birthday is only 4 years, I'm gonna black out. Like that's.
I mean, I'm sure he hears all the jokes, like whatever age he is. Like, oh, technically you're only this old because there's only been this many leap years, but.
And he's like, oh yeah, well you can't even spell lethargianism.
That's not a word. I thought you were gonna go with lethargic, and I was like, yeah.
I was gonna say lethargic, but it's a simple word, so I had to add to it. Lethargianism.
I can't even think of any big words right now, honestly.
Erectable.
That's not a big word. Erectable? It's like a Lunchable? Ew.
Oh, like
This
you know,
podcast
like,
is a little PG-13.
if you see a penis, you're like, it's not erect right now, but it is erectable.
You know what word really just makes me laugh all the time? Penile.
Penile. But I don't even know what penile means.
Just something having to do with a penis. Google it right now.
Penile doesn't have to do with the penis, does it?
Penis.
Because there's like a penal code. Oh, no, that's different.
Yeah, okay.
That's a totally different word.
Google searches penile definition.
Penile definition. We out here, boy.
Shit.
I didn't even spell penile right.
Relating to or affecting the penis.
The male organ
Penile.
of copulation. That's a cool word.
Ooh, copulation.
And of urinary excretion formed by 3 columns of erectile tissue, 2 arranged laterally on the dorsum and 1 median below the extremity is formed by an expansion of the corpus spongiosum covered by a free fold of skin.
And that's a penis.
Indeed. How many,
Indubitably. How many what?
I was going to say, how many uncircumcised penises have you seen?
1
Oh, okay.
out of 4.
Okay. I feel like circumcised penises are more common.
I think they are.
Yeah, but I'm not Jewish, so I don't know why.
I don't actually understand.
I don't know why they cut the tip of my penis off. You know, like you should get a say.
Well, it's
right.
Well,
You should be like,
I mean,
hey.
you can get circumcised later, but it's easier when someone's a kid or a little baby.
But like, is there a benefit? You know,
Can't answer that.
Like I know in the Bible, it's like they do it to, you know.
Yeah.
Circumcise your.
Well, there's like some standard, just like arguments on it. Like it's cleaner, it's prettier, which all genitalia is ugly.
Yeah,
so
it is.
Who fucking cares? That's not how
But
you spell
then
circumcise.
It's not. Yeah, it is.
Circumcise.
Circumcise, right?
I think is it?
I'm gonna type in circumcised pros and cons.
There you go. We're gonna get some
But
fucking
in-
WikiHow up in here.
But in the Middle East,
Maybe you were right.
in the
Maybe
Middle
I'm
East, they cut women's clits off. You know,
That's rude.
it is, and it's like, and
How the fuck?
And I'm thinking like that's horrible. That's disgusting.
But then they do the same.
Yeah,
thing.
but then we do it here. We chop the tip of our dicks off. So
Well,
that's
it's not the tip. It's just you
extra
cut some skin and
Yeah.
connect some shit and yada yada bullshit.
But still,
Medical
you know,
pros and cons. I want some personal pros and cons.
personal pros. And cons.
Personal misdirections.
My dick hurts.
My dick fell off. That's a vine.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's your favorite vine of all time?
Look at all them chickens. Those chickens. I just paraphrased to how I would say it.
Look at all those chickens. Circumcision prevents phimosis, which is the inability to retract the foreskin at an age when it should.
That's interesting. Does it like fuse to your body?
I don't know.
That's gross.
Circumcision increases the chance of metitis.
It may lower the risk
Inflammation
for
of the
cancer
penis.
of the cervix in sexual partners.
May result in a decrease in
Oh,
incidence
that's
of urinary
bullshit.
tract infections.
Oh, that's bullshit.
May result in a lower incidence of sexually transmitted diseases and may reduce HIV transmission.
It may also reduce the risk
That's crazy.
for
I mean-
cancer of the penis. What is that called? Cancer of the penis.
Death.
Because there's like,
Prostate cancer? I don't know.
that's up your ass.
Oh, yeah. Huh?
Apparently that's a dude's G-spot. I have never experienced that.
What, up his ass?
Yeah. That's why guys like when you stick your finger in their asshole.
I mean, a gay dude probably told you that.
Google it right now.
I'm not Googling that.
It's true.
I don't want to know.
It's fucking true.
I don't want to know.
Garen
There's
fucking
guys
real.
don't have a G-spot.
Oh, it's up your ass.
No, that's just
promise.
that's just some
I promise.
that's just some bi-curious dude going, "Oh my god, my G-spot's in my ass," you know? Like, no. That's not a thing.
Wow, it is. It really is. Though.
There's no. There can't be a G-spot in
Google
your ass.
it.
If guys have a G-spot in their ass, women have to have a G-spot in their ass.
No, because our G-spot is in our vagina.
Yeah, exactly. So you wouldn't.
Hold on, I'm gonna Google it because you're not going to.
I can't.
Male G-spot. Give it to me, Google.
G-spot. I'm gonna Google it too. I'm gonna Google it faster.
It's the prostate is the G-spot.
That's fucking gross.
It's what is it? That's a suggestive picture. Ooh.
See, that's why I didn't Google it.
It's not gross.
No, it's disgusting.
You're disgusting. A guy's prostate is the ultimate magic button to push if you want to blow his mind in bed. This is from Cosmo magazine.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck Cosmo. Cosmo's on some bullshit. 100 ways to blow your man.
How about Men's Health? Do you like Men's Health?
Not if they're talking about putting stuff in my ass.
The male G-spot is the prostate, and it's about 2 inches. Oh, fuck your ad. Come on. And it's about 2 inches in the rectum towards the belly. It's in your ass, dude.
Have you been around the ass?
Whose ass?
Have you ventured into a male ass?
I have not.
Interesting.
Nobody's asked me to.
Interesting. I'm just gonna
This
say
took a weird turn.
just gonna say no. Don't put things in my butthole.
Some people like it. Don't knock it till
Yeah.
you try it.
I'm gonna knock it. I'm definitely gonna knock it.
How come large tits are called knockers? Because they knock together?
Probably, yeah.
Because there's what? Knockers, jugs.
There's so many good terms for boobs, and there's so many good terms for penises, but there's not a lot of terms for vaginas. You know, there's vagina, pussy, cunt.
Vagine.
They're all very like harsh.
Vajayjay. That one's gross.
They're all very harsh, like twat.
That's funny.
You know, love box,
Oh, meat taco.
roast beef.
Ew.
Uh,
Yeah, they're not pretty.
I've never heard the term roast beef. I just thought that's what it looks
No,
like.
it's a thing.
Oh, it is? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So I'm not weird.
Yeah, why is it so harsh?
I don't know. That's like what's his name? Louis C.K. had a bit after he got done masturbating in front of people. But he was like,
He's still in trouble for that.
he was saying vagina is too harsh of a word. It should just be called a fa-la-la-la. It should just fa-la-la-la-la.
Yeah, because it's not.
And there should
Angry.
be, he was like, there should be a butterfly flying around every vagina.
Well, some people say they call losing their virginity giving their flower.
I like calling it a flower.
I think that's gross.
Why?
I don't know. It's too delicate for the situation at hand.
But it's like, a flower is the most, like, closest thing that would be delicate to it, you know?
Some flowers do look like vaginas.
Exactly.
Google vagina flowers.
Georgia O'Keeffe. She's famous for drawing flower vaginas.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I only know that because I watched Breaking Bad. Did you watch Breaking Bad?
Oh, some of it. See,
Look at those flower
looks
vaginas.
like a flower.
Look at all those vaginas.
Look at all those vaginas. What's your favorite vine? I didn't ask.
Is all you haters can suck my ass. Is that a vine?
It is.
Okay, that one's probably my favorite. I don't know. There's so many good vines. Have you watched
Oh, there's one. It's this little blonde girl, and she's like, "Hey, you. Yeah, you. I'm gonna eat your ass." And it just fucks me up every time.
I'm just trying to look for this guy.
Yeah, Evan. Yeah, I know who it is.
Is it Evan B? How do you?
Yeah,
I don't think I'm spelling it right.
I have him on Twitter. Hold on.
I don't think it's Evan B.
It's
but no,
Evan something.
he's funny as shit.
Hold on. Evan Breen. Breen.
Yeah, there he is. I fucking love this dude.
My party? Who? You guys. It's just me. Oh, what up? You going? Hey, bro, can I get a sip of that water? It's not water. Vodka. I like your style. It's vinegar.
The book? Yeah.
I don't want to watch an 11-minute video.
Yeah.
Have you seen the one where he's like, he's playing 3 people? He's playing the son and the mom and the dad.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I ever saw him do.
I like the one I first saw him was when he was in the car and he was like, "Yo, what's up? We're gonna go see Uncle Cracker right now." And then he slides up the window and it catches his hat and he's like, "Give me my hat back. Give me my hat back. You want to see Uncle Cracker or not?" And he turns around to see his hat in the window and he's like, "Oh!"
He's so fucking funny.
Vine is so much more appreciated now than when it was actually a thing.
That's true.
And if we would have appreciated it, it would still be here.
I never had a Vine, but I would always go on YouTube and
I had an
just watch
account and
Vines.
I would scroll through and I had my few favorites, but if people didn't save them when Vine was about to close or whatever, they're gone. They're gone forever.
see the guy I liked it's Evan MB
Yeah,
on
that's the
Facebook.
same guy.
Oh, okay.
It's the same guy.
But yeah,
That was his
I watch his shit on here all the time.
yeah, that was his username on Vine, I think.
When you're a fucking baby.
You got your khaki pants on? Cocapenis. No, it's khaki pants. Cocapenis. Cocapenis. Blowjob fuck.
Dude's I hope he's a millionaire.
You know, when I'm like trying to go to sleep, I just like watch a YouTube video, but I always end up on Vine compilations. So I watch like a 45-minute long video of fucking Vines, and I'm like, this is hilarious. And then it's like 4 a.m. and I'm like, oh, I have to get up at like 6.
This is the last time I'm going to be doing these for a while. So if you want me to roast your boy, your hot-ass mom, click the link. I got a cool project coming up, and I'm not going to be doing these roasts for a while. So click
Oh, I
that
thought it was
fucking
gonna be
link
funny.
if you got a hot mom, all right?
Boo.
Let's watch this one. This one's definitely funny.
Collecting rare metals and see a mom, and you're just like, and then you realize that it's your mom, and you're just like, Mom, can I borrow $20 to buy Super Smash Bros. And Weed at Funko Land? It's a video game shop, isn't that right? That's my mentor and friend. Her name is David, and yes, she has a penis. You ever go walking around through a parking lot collecting rare metals
I know
and
about
see
that
a
guy.
mom, and you're
I love that guy though.
That's so funny.
He's hilarious. Master.
Oh, he's so funny.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I'm trying to think of other Vines right now because I watch a lot of them.
What about the one about flower vaginas?
Oh, there's not one, but there
Oh,
should be.
there
But too
should be.
bad
There
Vine
really
is
should be.
dead.
Vine is dead.
It's so dead.
Vine is dead.
So dead.
I got 2 more likes.
Woo.
Do 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 do.
Remember that one time you were going to get up and go get some weed?
I know. I've been thinking about that for like the past 20 minutes.
Well, you're going to have to wait because I have to go to the bathroom.
All right.
Yeah, my
She
dog
is
just
going
fell.
to the bathroom. You know what? When you go to the bathroom, I was going to say I'm going to go. We can't both go to the bathroom.
Ew.
But I'm going to play the rest of the song out. And we'll be right back.
Smoking some marijuana, neighbors hate the aroma. I say this for the glaucoma. Now I'ma act like a grown up. I'm obviously hot as shit. The whole enchilada, but I don't got an accomplishment. I don't need me a compliment, cause this music is common sense. I spit fire with confidence while you pussies mocking my skin. And I'm all in on a mission. I'll be ballin' before the winter. My rhymes as cold as December. I told you, don't you remember? Tree rolling, we yelling timber in the garden, no kinder. I'm on her body when she bend it. I ain't bought, I'm independent. I ain't bought it, it's a rental. You can't fuck with my mental, and that's just black sheep. Keeping it simple, I murder all these instrumentals with some water and a pencil. Get you caught up in a ripple, watch it turn to a wave. I got them asking for a new track, it's like every day. I'm on a track that makes some new stacks, they ain't catching my train. And I be tracking down the boot raps that be slapping your brain. Take a crack at these raps, yeah, I'm steady fracking the game. Yeah, they back in the name.
Hey yo, sorry I got a little carried away, but I am back. How are y'all doing? How is it going? I was gonna update you guys. Went to Fort Collins recently. It was a crazy time. I ended up doing 40 minutes of stand-up, which is crazy. I didn't think I could do that. You know, that's like a special. But it wasn't like amazing. You know, I was just ranting. I was just riffing for a bit. But it went well. And then my homie Skylar opened up for a bunch of funny-ass comedians in Fort Collins. And that was a good time. This dude named Sam Talent. You should look him up. I'm going to put a link to his video on there because he's funny as hell. Me and Alex both watched him.
Yeah, it was real fun.
He's the shit. He's in Vegas right now. And it was just cool. It's cool to see those comedians because they were all super funny. But I was really like motivated. I was really inspired because I was like, I can definitely be where they're at. You know, give me like 10 years. Give me about tree fitted. But yeah, I'll be there.
Hell yeah.
I got this. And then
I think your next thing is you have to include sound effects.
Sound effects would be cool.
Or like body humor, just like the funny miming stuff.
Definitely. I've definitely come a long way in 11 months.
Mm-hmm.
So
I agree.
it'll be just the level of comfort, you know.
Yeah, you get more comfortable, and then you can just kind of do your own thing up there.
Yes, but what else are we gonna talk about?
Do you also have to play to your crowd?
I don't.
You don't?
I feel like some people do, but like, if you're funny, you're gonna be funny in front of a liberal, in front of a conservative, in front of a white guy, in front of a black guy.
See, and I like well-rounded comedy like that.
Yeah.
Where it can...
Like it should be funny to everybody unless you're a sensitive bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I mean, sometimes if comedians are too pointed,
Yeah.
and
But
a specific
also-
group or anything, it just gets a little monotonous.
But also like, I feel really good about myself. Like I feel really accomplished when I make a black person laugh. Like I really,
Yeah, hell yeah.
because black people go hard when they laugh.
Yeah, if
They
you get
they
them
make you
clapping
they
and
make
stuff,
you feel
that's
great.
the best.
Like when they jump around, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They go to a different place when they laugh. They'll switch tables.
I hope I can make you feel accomplished when
They'll
I
run
laugh in the
outside.
crowd
Oh,
or in the crowd because
You do. You have a great laugh.
I'm like the loudest one ever.
Yeah, you have the loudest laughs. I'm just like, hell yeah, that went well.
I mean, out of all the shows I've seen you do in town, I laughed the hardest during your sets, partly because I know you and partly because I know your intentions. But like,
Yeah.
I feel like you should tell those other guys if you can hear me laughing, then they did something good.
No, that's awesome. I have like so many joke ideas. I was going through some old jokes yesterday, and I was like, damn, these actually aren't bad. Like I need to start going back through them.
Like your first jokes.
Yeah, like some
It's
of my
good
first jokes
to
are really
like
good.
filter it through, kind of
Yeah,
bring
and
back some stuff.
rewrite them all.
Yeah,
Because
make
there's
'em a
things
little
I can
better.
add on. Because at the very beginning, I had a vegan joke,
Yes.
and
bring it on.
I definitely want to add more to that. For sure.
I mean, there's just some things you can always joke about, and I feel like veganism is one of those.
Yeah,
Sorry if you're a vegan and I offend you about that, but come on.
I don't have any vegan listeners.
Some of those, like, extremist vegans, I'm like, dude.
They're ridiculous. There is some people like standing outside like a butcher shop. I saw it on Facebook. I don't know if it was a butcher shop. It was some sort of restaurant. And the guy was like, he saw them protesting outside his restaurant. So he went and grabbed a deer leg and he was like cutting it up in front of them intentionally.
Yes.
And they're like, oh my God, I can't believe he's doing this. And it's just like, y'all, yeah, you know what you're going there for. Like, you know what he does. So why?
Why are you even there?
Yeah, why are you shocked?
Exactly. That's his fucking job.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's ridiculous.
But also, I know there's different things you can do to, like, get your protein in. But, like, they can't eat eggs.
There's really not.
Well, it's like that tweet that you
They
put.
can eat a shitload of beans,
I don't want beans.
but still, like you can't get the amount of protein, and you can't get the
You could eat a whole pound of beans and it wouldn't equal however many
if you're not
eggs or something.
if you're not taking some sort of like supplements for calcium, for iron,
Yeah, dude.
for all that other shit. If you're not popping pills constantly, then you're deficient in a lot of things.
See, I wouldn't want to even pop pills. I would rather just get it from what I eat.
Exactly.
And if I couldn't, then yeah, that's room for
'Cause
supplements.
you can get all the nutrients you need from just meat and veggies. It's the best way to eat. It's the best diet. Scientifically, if you look at all the studies, Meat and veggies. That's where it's at.
Even though carbs are delicious, they are not necessary.
Exactly. Unless you're a nutritionist and you've been lied to. Sorry, Candace.
I have to tell you, I went to a nutritionist one time because I was just like, I just don't know how to do this right. And so I went to one and she was like, well, write down what you eat in a day, or like what you ate today or something. So I did. And it was just like meat and veggies and fruit and whatever. And she's like, yeah, you need more carbs. And I was like, oh shit, I do need more carbs because she lied to me. So then later, as I was looking up stuff, like in just my own time, I was like, I don't need carbs. Carbs are bad. Not all carbs are bad, but I was like, the amount of carbs she wanted me to eat was bad. But also, that's Amarillo for you.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. My laptop was about to die, but I got it plugged in.
Yay!
No, I don't.
What's wrong with it?
I don't know.
And here we're having technical difficulties.
We might have to end the podcast early. Also having a problem with the thing and the song.
Plug it into the other outlet.
You're right, but then I have to unplug like too much shit.
What's plug? That's just your phone.
No, it's the soundboard. I don't know what happens if I unplug this soundboard. If I do it, what if I do it really quickly? All right.
Is there another outlet?
If the podcast ends abruptly,
Sorry.
it's because I unplugged everything really fast. And break. And we're back.
Did it stop recording?
I don't know. I think it's plugged in though. Let's figure some shit out. Okay, it is charging.
Yay! Is it still recording?
And it's still recording. I think we
Hell
just went
yeah.
out for a few seconds.
Yeah, it was just quiet for a minute. Hi,
But-
y'all. Welcome back.
But yeah, carbs, man.
Carbs, man.
Carbs, man.
I do love me a potato, but I don't need a potato.
No, I think like sweet potatoes are good. That's the
They're
thing
a
they talk about.
superfood.
So they talk about sweet potatoes. Other vegetables have good carbs.
See, some people like sweet potatoes with like marshmallows.
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
don't.
just extra sugar.
I don't want a sweet potato. I
I've
want to douse that shit in salt.
I've never liked sweet things, really. I mean,
No.
I like ice cream, I like brownies.
Like actual sweets.
Yeah, but like cake with all shitload of icing has always been gross to me.
Yeah, no.
Well, not gross,
I
but
want
not
it like
preferable.
proportional, like.
Like I don't struggle like saying no to sweet food. Like I struggle saying no to like chips.
I love chips.
I'm so into chips.
Love chips.
If I had chips right now, I'd just be munching down.
Munch it down.
Yes. I'd just be all over that flower vagina. You feel me? Like if I was a bee.
Are they still pulled up on your computer?
Yeah. But like what if bees just think like flowers are just giant vaginas, you know?
Well, technically, they're helping the flowers mate.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Sexy flowers.
Isn't that crazy? Like even flowers have dicks and vaginas.
That's a weirdo porno.
It is. Life is a trip.
Life is a highway, and
Life
I'm
is
gonna
a
ride it
highway.
all night long.
Oh, that's I Am the Highway.
Yeah.
Chris Cornell, rest in
I'm
peace.
talking Rascal Flatts.
Life's a highway. That one?
Yeah.
I wanna ride it. Was that in
All
Cars?
night long. Yeah, fuck
Okay,
yeah,
that's-
it was.
that's why I know that song.
Fuck yeah, it was. You know, on Netflix they have Cars 3, but they don't have 1 or 2. I only watched Cars 1. But
I've never seen Cars 3. Is that where there's like a flying
I
car?
have no idea. I did not watch that shit. I just want Cars 1.
Have you watched anything like recent on like Netflix? Like
No.
something cool that
I
you
did
that I
go-
don't know about?
I did go to the movies the other day with Tessa, the
What'd
other
you watch?
member of Bean Squad, and we watched Coco,
How was it?
that little kid movie.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good.
Oh yeah.
And according to her, it was culturally appropriate. I can't attest to that because I don't understand.
Culturally, I don't know what that means.
I mean, like, it wasn't like making, because it was based in Mexico, and it was like when they do like I don't know what it's called. I'm gonna make a fool of myself right now.
The Dia de Muerto.
Yeah.
Was it really? I
Yeah.
just guessed.
Is that where your family members can visit you on a certain day, your ancestors, if you put up their picture?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
they celebrate the dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was that, and
That's some evil cult shit.
it was cute though.
I'm just saying, like, you talk to dead people.
It was a good story.
I don't fuck with ghosts.
It was a good story, and the music was good, and the animation was fantastic, and Tessa cried the whole time.
Nice. She is emotional.
It's okay.
Yeah. I love Tessa.
But I'm pretty stoic, and so
That's
I
the
didn't
homie.
cry at all. But I was like, oh, I get it. I can get why somebody would cry right now.
I do cry in movies, but it's not often.
Yeah.
Like, I can list the movies. Like, Spider-Man 2 made me cry when Uncle Ben died, because I was just thinking about my granddad.
Oh, sad.
Yeah, I know, you laughed at my pain. And then Man on Fire made me cry because Denzel Washington like sacrificed himself for Dakota Fanning, and I was like, oh my god, he's such a good bodyguard. You're the best bodyguard of all time, man.
Yeah.
And Denzel Washington, he's my favorite actor.
Okay.
I think that dude or Tom Hanks.
The first movie I ever cried at was Bambi. When I was older.
When he couldn't walk.
No, when they killed his mom. Fucking point blank bang, bitch, dead.
Yeah, why shoot a doe, man?
Why would you shoot a doe?
Dickhead.
Fucking rude.
Total dick. I understand shooting his dad. I'd shoot his dad.
Some of those football movies I cry at, like
Friday Night Lights?
yeah, or like The Blind Side.
Blindside. That movie wasn't sad.
It's barely a football movie, but I was just like, that is so sweet.
I honestly can't even tell you anything. I don't remember that movie at all.
Sandra Bullock was blonde, and it was wrong.
They made Michael Orr look like a giant pussy. You know?
I know.
Like he wasn't that soft of a guy.
No.
Like he was basically retarded at the beginning of the movie.
Oh no.
Like he was probably watching that shit like, what the hell?
That is not how that happened.
I knew how to read. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
I remember it wasn't a bad movie though. I just don't remember all the details. Like I forgot most of it.
Yeah. Well.
I remember he blocked for like 100 yards on one play.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I don't know much about sports, but I know that.
Yeah.
Let's see. All I do on Netflix is watch the same shit. I rewatch Friends, Gilmore Girls, and How I Met Your Mother, and Parks and Rec.
Those are all, I haven't seen Gilmore Girls, but three of those are really good shows.
Gilmore Girls is a chick thing, and I'm in love with it, and I can't not.
Gilmore Girls.
Yeah. Da-na-na-na.
That's the song I wrote.
I loved it.
It's called Gilmore Girls.
Is it your single EP?
No, it's my double EP.
Wow.
Yeah.
Platinum.
I don't know what that means. Rappers always drop singles, right? But nobody drops doubles.
Wow.
I'm gonna be the first man to drop doubles. 2 songs every time.
That was poetic.
Poetic. Justice.
Wow. Do you believe in just desserts?
I don't know what that means.
It's like if you commit a crime, you deserve what happens to you.
And
Any crime. Yeah, see?
no.
It's a thing. I only say that because I take a lot of like criminal justice courses.
That's what just desserts mean?
Yeah, just desserts.
I always heard that phrase, but I never knew what it meant. Shut up, laptop.
Yeah. So like in a cartoon, they're like, you're gonna have your just desserts.
So that means if I steal a candy bar and get shot, someone's gonna be like, "That was his just desserts."
No, just according to the law.
Oh, just according to the law.
So like,
What if a cop shoots me for stealing a candy bar?
well then,
Are they gonna be like, "Oh, he deserved it"?
they should probably not have a gun. Just a theory.
Okay, so you're saying if I steal a candy bar and I get sentenced to 8 years,
That's not gonna happen, but yes.
then people would just like, "He deserves it."
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like a blown out of proportion.
I was trying to
thing,
go as
but yeah.
extreme as possible. What's the limit?
Nothing. The limit does not exist.
Did my question even make sense?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Are you high?
I don't do drugs.
Oh, that's right. You don't smoke.
I don't smoke.
That's what your Snapchat always tells me.
Exactly.
Wrong.
Wrong how?
I don't know.
Explain yourself.
I know nothing about nothing.
What were we just talking about?
Just desserts.
Just desserts. So that's interesting. I can't believe I didn't know what that meant for 24 years.
But how come people who get arrested for weed are in jail longer than pedophiles?
Are they really?
Yeah, fam. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, fam.
How long do pedophiles go?
Well, it just kind of, it's all situational, depends
Yeah.
on the case. But, like, most of the time, people who have some weed and they go to jail for longer than some people who are pedophiles.
That's crazy. See,
Not like county jail, but I'm talking like prison.
that's crazy.
There's more people in prison from drugs
Honestly,
than
if you're a
anything.
pedophile, like, should you get out of prison? You know,
no,
like,
fuck no.
I agree. Like, why? You don't get a second chance, dude. Like, if
Well, just from my studies, apparently people who are pedophiles or like abuse children or wives or whoever,
yeah,
what they end up doing is getting put in segregation so nobody will beat the fuck out of them in jail. Jailhouse justice, which is a thing.
really.
So that's one of the other
I never knew if that was a real thing.
It's
Like when they say, "Oh, he's gonna get murdered in jail."
It's probably not so much anymore, but like old times prison,
Yeah.
when it was a free-for-all in there, people would fucking kill pedophiles. Because they're
No,
like,
I feel like they probably still do. Like if
They
they can,
might.
if they get the chance.
if they can get the chance, yeah. And that's why some people, when they go to jail, they don't want to tell people what they did, because
Yeah.
they'll get the fuck beat out of them or they'll die.
My mom told me, I don't know why my mom told me that shit. Do you remember like being a kid and your parents would just drop some crazy shit in front of you?
Yeah, dude. The other day, my mom told me that they almost had another kid after me, and my world was rocked. I was like, my whole life would be different right now.
That's true. Totally different. No, but I remember driving in the car. My mom would say stuff like not even, like just out of nowhere, she would just say some random wild shit.
She was just trying to keep you involved.
I don't know. No idea. But anyway, she told me that Jeffrey Dahmer,
Yeah.
I remember she rented the movie. She was interested in Jeffrey Dahmer, which I kind of am too.
The recent movie?
It was kind of recent. It was like early 2000s.
Okay.
And yeah, she got the movie, and I was asking her about it. And she goes, "Yeah, he was in prison and he got a broomstick shoved up his ass." And it's like you tell that shit to like a 7-year-old, like
Hell yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
Hell
it's,
yeah.
you don't realize it's crazy until
Okay,
you get
but
older.
did he deserve that? Was that his just desserts? Because he's a fucking serial killer.
I mean, yeah, if you're a serial killer, I mean, I'm not saying you deserve it, but if it happens, I'm not gonna stop it. You know? I'll probably just go to the other room. Like,
Just be like, oh shit, sorry, my bad.
I don't know.
I'll come back.
Oh, that would be great. I don't even imagine. I can't imagine that situation.
Yeah, but
But that did happen. You've heard that too.
yeah, I did heard that. I don't know if that's true, but we could probably Google it.
Let's Google that.
Google it.
That's interesting because I that is serial killers are interesting to me for
Yeah,
sure.
me too.
Like I would definitely like pick apart their brain. You know, if I was a guy who picked apart brains, I'd be like, show me those serial killer brains, man.
Show me that shit.
What was I googling? Oh yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer broomstick ass.
Broomstick ass. How'd you know what I was gonna? That's exactly what I was gonna type.
I know how to fucking Google.
Get rid of all the fluff.
Yep.
Was Jeffrey Dahmer sodomized with a broom before he was killed? Top.
That's the term.
Answers.com.
I love answers.com. No, but yeah, like pedophiles and people like that, they do get segregated in jail so they don't get beat up.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of unfair because they fucking violated other people. They should be violated a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's just
I
me being
mean,
an asshole.
No.
I'm sure somebody's upset with me saying that, and I
I just
don't really
feel
care.
you touch a child, man. That's like the worst thing you can do.
Like, they're so
That's the
good and pure, and you're gonna fucking
Yeah.
ruin them.
It's like I'd rather you murder somebody, honestly,
Seriously.
than to touch a child. That's so fucked up.
That is fucked up, but I mean, same.
No, I don't fuck with that at all.
Well, especially because it's like people are getting murdered all the time, apparently. Since the dawn of time, people have been killing people, which, whatever. But it's also just like, you're gonna just defile a child?
No, but
That's disgusting.
the messed up part is that people have also been fucking kids since the beginning of time. you know?
Disgusting.
Like it's such a
Like,
it's a taboo.
fucking wrong with you?
It's a taboo in our society, but it still like happens, you know.
it's a taboo, but it happens all the time.
It happens a lot.
All the time. And I mean, it goes on for years.
Yeah,
and
it's
sometimes the
horrible.
people don't get caught because this kid grows up to be an adult, and then later they're like, oh yeah, my dad did whatever. And I'm like, ugh. And you didn't tell nobody? I mean, I guess you can't if you only know your
It's
parents.
messed up.
But,
It's dark.
ugh.
Reminds me of watching Dr. Phil, you know? Dr. Phil, he had some crazy stuff going on. I would stay home from school, you know, put the
I
Dr. Phil
remember
on.
in like either the first or second podcast, I told on my dad because every day after work he comes home and watches Dr. Phil.
We brought up Dr. Phil before, huh?
Yeah.
What is wrong with me? What? It was was it me the first time?
I don't know how it happened.
I just realized I
Is
have
he a real doctor?
Dr. Phil.
Did we Google
We
that?
did Google that.
Is he?
He is a doctor,
Yeah.
yeah. It took a while to find it, though.
That's true. But it's also just like his intro. He's like, I want you to feel good about your life, or whatever the fuck he says. I can't take Dr. Phil seriously.
Oh, okay, so
Jeffrey Dahmer.
I'm changing the subject. Back to Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yes,
It
did
says,
he?
why did Jeffrey Dahmer die? Most people believe it was because of race. The man who killed Jeffrey Dahmer was African American, and most of Jeffrey victims
No,
were
no, no.
African American.
Nah,
I didn't know he mostly killed black people.
I
That
can't.
racist son of it's almost worse than gay cannibalism, you know?
This is where Tessa's good because she knows more about that than I do. I mean, I read some of that stuff, but I don't retain any information. So,
Yeah, that's crazy.
so did he have a broomstick shoved up his ass?
I haven't found that yet, but it says the real reason he died was because the man who killed him believed he was Christ, and he thought Jeffrey was the devil, so he killed him.
I was about to ask.
So that guy thought he himself.
He was
He
Christ.
thought he was Christ.
I thought
yeah.
you were saying
He thought Jeffrey Dahmer was the devil.
Okay.
No, I did too as I was reading it.
I was like, Dahmer was Christ, and so he killed him? Confused. No, but that makes more sense.
Well, like if he was Christ, you would try to kill him to see if he came back. Happy Easter, yo. But Jeffrey knew he was about to be killed because Chris told him. Why does anybody have to die? Not exactly. Dahmer was killed by Christopher Scarver, who was a schizophrenic. He killed Dahmer, another inmate named Jesse Anderson, who was a white supremacist
Deserved it.
killer. Scarver Scarver said he killed because he was the son of God, and he was answering to his father's demands for him to kill. Wrong answer. And he deserved to die. Jeffrey, I mean. Dahmer was killed by his inmate with a barbell from the prison gym.
Oh,
He was
shit.
beaten to death.
Eh.
Dahmer didn't know he was going to die, though. He wrote a letter to his parents saying, I'm sorry. He was killed because even in jail, baby killers are the lowest on the food chain. Dahmer killed kids, so he got killed. It was for the better. He was a monster. Nobody deserves to die unless that is what they want. And Jeff never killed any babies. His youngest victim was 14, legally a minor, but by no means a baby. None of his
Still.
victims were prepubescent.
Prepubescent? Yeah, I can't say that very well.
This is a weird website. It's like obviously slanted. It's an opinion piece. I was just trying to get facts, and they're over here like, obviously nobody
Here
deserves
is
to die.
the fucking tea.
This paragraph kind of ends with him like trying to defend Jeffrey Dahmer.
Do not defend Jeffrey Dahmer.
He kind of does though, because it said he never killed any babies. Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation! 4 exclamation points.
Oh wow, he's intense about it.
Yeah, his youngest victim was 14, legally a minor, but by no means a baby.
Okay.
Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation
Whoever
point!
the fuck wrote this is another serial killer,
And they
because that's weird.
And they spelled victims wrong. They put victims.
Victims. Wow, they were typing too fast. They were too excited.
And they was all caps too. Like, he never kills any babies. He has a bad, you know.
Are you on a blog?
I went to answers.com. I thought it was, I didn't know.
Oh.
I didn't know they had opinion pieces on here. I really didn't.
Anybody can answer those.
Did they? Can they?
It's like Yahoo Answers. Anybody can answer.
I never really knew what answers was.
Do you remember when you were in like junior high and you didn't have Google on your phone, so you would text Cha-Cha? Do you remember that?
Oh, shit. It was free, huh?
Yeah, you would text it like what is whatever, and it would text you back the answer.
Oh, man. I forgot about that. That's so cool, though. Like, we lived in that era, you know?
Yeah. Oh, you said Happy Easter.
I
Where'd it
said
go?
era.
Era. You said
Everybody-
Easter a minute ago.
Yeah.
Since it's on April Fool's Day this year, what if Jesus does come back but nobody believes him?
What? I had a joke about that.
Did it land?
Yeah, it's landed really well.
Was it like that one?
It was kind of basically like that's how it starts.
What was the rest of it? Tell me the joke.
Oh, Jesus is just gonna come back and be like, "Psych, bitches," you know.
April Fools.
April Fools.
I had this friend, her birthday's on April 2nd, but for a long time I thought it was on the 1st, and so I would always give her presents or whatever on the 1st, and she'd be like, thanks! And then it wasn't until later when we all had Facebook where I was like, oh, I'm a shitty friend.
Does that make you a shitty friend?
Because I didn't know when her birthday was.
You give me presents a day early. You're the coolest person ever.
I guess I did save my ass then.
That's all I'm saying. Like, even if you thought my birthday was March 7th, it's March 8th, everybody. If you want to buy me a late gift.
His PayPal is
Clemente's Corner.
Venmo me.
I don't have any. I've never tried that before.
I've used it once and it was okay.
I stopped mid-sentence, but I don't remember what I was saying.
Easter birthdays.
Easter birthdays.
If
Repeating what Alex says.
If you gave me a present on March 7th.
Oh, you got a good memory. But yeah, that'd be awesome. Give me presents. Give me presents a day early.
Good thought.
Just remember that. I want all my Christmas presents on the 24th. I want all my Hanukkah presents on whatever day
Hanukkah.
before Hanukkah starts.
Do you know about Kwanzaa?
Kwanzaa. I was about to say Kwanzaa. I know it's African.
That's all I know. I know nothing. I am uncultured swine.
It's probably like some voodoo stuff, man.
Google that shit. Kwanzaa. We
I
about to
don't
do
know
some
how to spell
learning.
Kwanzaa.
KW.
Oh, it's got extra A's.
How many A's?
2 A's at the end.
Kwanzaa?
Kwanzaa.
Wow. I'm an asshole.
I'm going to Wikipedia that because that's the honest truth right there.
A shout out to Wikipedia for getting me a degree. That's no shit though.
No, wait, what was that thing called?
Testicles. Oh.
No, not testicles. I was going to say test teachers, but that's what I took for insurance.
Quizlet.
Quizlet, yes, exactly. Wait, it was so
I
badass.
don't cheat at school. Quizlet.
When you type in like one question and you find
Get
a
the
Quizlet
whole test.
with the whole test, and you're just like, this is the best day of my life.
Well, half the time it's for like online quizzes, and those are open book anyway. So I'm just using resources.
Yeah, no, I've had tests do that. I had a teacher like we had 4 tests the whole semester, and
But if you get
the first 2 I could use Quizlet, and the third one like he changed it up, so I couldn't find it that way because it was worded differently. So then I was like,
Did you
damn,
fail?
he caught on. I think I did really bad on it, and then the 4th one I did all right because I was prepared.
okay.
The 4th one was the first one I studied for.
Okay, but if the professor uses the questions from a Quizlet, I don't know where they get the questions from. Like, they're just doing that. Like, there's no reason.
So
not
you're
to.
saying the teachers don't want to do this shit either. So they're like, hey, I'm going to Google, some quizzes and just copy these questions down and give them to my students.
Pretty much.
That's crazy. So it starts at the top. We're both being lazy. And those are the teachers that don't deserve a bunch of money.
Teachers don't get lots.
How much should teachers be paid?
Like, honestly,
I say like 70,000. Does that sound reasonable?
I think that's more than they get paid.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Because they probably make like 30 or 40,000.
Yeah, if they got paid that, and then they could have better resources, such as books and other things, supplies. That'd be.
Have you seen the schools in Chicago?
No.
It's crazy. I think it was like Dateline or something. But these kids in Chicago are just like getting in fights like on the bus to school.
I've been in a bus fight. It was not fun.
But their whole day is just fights. Like these kids like don't have any parents.
Are these inner city kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the school doesn't have any supplies. So they're just like beating each other's ass all day, and the teacher's just basically a babysitter.
They just sit there.
And they have guards in every classroom. They have metal detectors, and it's like
so nobody kills anybody.
And it's like an elementary school.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's fucking wild.
Ew.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
School
what's going
sucks, but not that bad.
Like that whole you're just fucked.
Dude.
Like if you're a kid in that.
Well, it's just like the public education system in the United States is shit anyway.
For real.
That's just the shitty shit. Because, I mean, like in high school, super easy to cheat the system.
Yeah.
We had a dual credit class for, like, history and government and stuff. And, the first period would take the quiz and then text everybody else the answers.
Really?
So only first period learned anything.
Your class was that cool?
Yeah.
What?
I always got the answers on Tuesday, which was test day.
Nobody did that shit for me.
You gotta know the right people, babe.
Yes, I do.
But what? Because it was an open book test. So what we would do is people would go and open the chapter we were supposed to be on, and they would just write the letter answers in there. But I was smart, so I would go through each sentence and circle the letter of each answer in order, so it looked like I was flipping through the book. So I never got caught.
Nice.
I'm pretty smart.
That's impressive. I didn't cheat enough.
I
Now
only
you make me wish I did cheat.
did in dual credit. The other stuff was easy.
Don't lie. You cheated in everything.
The
You cheated your
only-
whole life.
the only-
All you've done is cheat.
The only reason I passed chemistry.
What's your name? Your real name.
Alyx Wylie.
What if I did the whole podcast in this voice?
The only reason I passed chemistry in high school was because of my friend Kirsten, because she knew her shit, and I was like, help.
Okay, so you're saying like y'all had like good chemistry, like y'all used to like make out behind the gym.
Not that kind of friend.
So, like, that's just what I think of when I think of chemistry.
I'm not scientifically inclined at all. So I was like, I don't know this periodic table bullshit. Please help.
Chemistry was hard as shit. I remember that.
Who was your teacher?
Mrs. Scary White Lady.
What color was her hair? Was it brown?
It was gray. Miss Hobson.
Hobson.
She was named after the rapper. I don't know if you guys listen to Hobson, but
I
he's a big chemistry teacher out in West Texas.
Do you remember the younger teacher? She had short brown hair.
Yeah.
Miss Wick.
She was hot.
Yeah.
Right?
And she knew her shit, but
She was
scary.
She was beautiful.
She was scary as shit.
I remember walking down the hallway like, damn. There were a couple like hot teachers. There was Mrs. Flowers. You probably never saw her.
I did once.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was super hot. I had her freshman English. Dime piece.
There was also a big old scandal that one of the teachers was having sex with one of the students.
Senora Cruz.
No, it was the English teacher.
Oh. Well, the Spanish teacher got in trouble.
Did she really?
Yeah.
I didn't think that was real. I knew the English teacher.
Wait, that wasn't real?
I don't know.
They make that shit up?
Students do.
What? For real?
Yeah.
Nah, I think it was a thing, though.
It may have been. I just assumed it wasn't real because I was too close-minded to think that shit happened.
I would believe it for sure. I mean, they have
Well, it's
like
like-
once a week a teacher fucks a student.
Yeah. And
At least.
You read it on the news and stuff.
Yeah, and it's just like it makes you angry, right? Because it's like, why wasn't I chosen? You know, like what's wrong with me? You know?
It's so weird if you have like younger teachers when you're in high school that are like fresh out of college, because you're just like,
Yeah.
we're very close in age almost.
That is crazy because it's like a 23-year-old fucks like an 18-year-old sometimes, or like
Yeah.
something around that area.
And it's like their teacher, but it's also like technically legal.
Yeah,
Not in the school board system, but like in real life.
but still, like I would know better, you know? Like,
Yeah, I wouldn't think that would be worth it unless you're
exactly.
going to get an A.
You're gonna ruin your
But
whole
if you
career to
can't-
fuck a 17-year-old.
Yeah, and if you're in high school and can't get an A in high school, you're not doing it right. It's not hard.
Do you think they still got an A?
Probably not.
Get an A for slinging dick. That's cool. That's how you know you should be a porn star right there.
No. Problematic.
No, that would have been crazy though.
Ew.
To be like a high school boy and your teacher's like hitting on you.
I'm sure it happens.
That's just wild,
That's weird.
right?
But who initiates it?
The teacher.
Really?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, they manipulate him.
How?
You know how easy it would be to fuck with a 17-year-old's brain?
Oh, it is. Let me just think back to 17-year-old Alyx. Yeah, it is.
Just manipulate the shit out of them.
Oops.
Because they already know they're horny.
That's all they know. They don't know anything else. They're just like, I need to do something about this.
Exactly. Exactly.
Wow. Ew.
No, there's some messed up people. And it's weird that it's like less offensive when it's a woman, right? Because when I think of pedophile, I think of a guy.
When I think of a pedophile, I think of like a school coach.
Yeah, you think of a man. You think of a creepy
Old man.
But you never
But it
think
could
of
be anybody.
You never think of a woman. Like when I see these teachers.
It's because women are supposed to be gentle
Have
and
sex with
nurturing and
students.
kind.
Yeah, but it's just
Not
weird.
hot, sexy beings or anything like that. Ugh.
It's weird how it's a different level.
Well, I mean, once you get a stereotype for something, that's just what it stays as
Yeah.
until a
still,
drastic
like,
change happens.
When like a man like rapes a child, I'm like he should be murdered. Like, you know.
Just desserts.
Exactly, just desserts. But when a teacher fucks a 14-year-old boy, I'm like, oh, she should be fired, you know?
Yeah, she shouldn't die, but she should definitely be fired. Why is that so? Oh, whoa. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly right.
It's weird, right?
Wow.
I think it's because I'm sexist and I don't want women to die.
I don't think that. Maybe it is. Is it
Yeah,
sexist?
it's kind of sexist.
I have a hard time with sexism because I'm just like,
I don't
what's
think
sexist? What's not? What's just being nice? What's just being?
I don't think a woman that I'm on a
stereotypical.
date with should have to pay. And that could probably be seen as sexist. Like a feminist would get mad at me for saying that.
I think that's more just like gentlemanly, cordial.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I think there's a certain level into this whole sexism argument
But it also
where it's
depends
just
on
men
who it is.
it's just men that are like trying to protect women, you know? Like it's not that they see women as inferior, it's just that it's in their nature
To do that.
to do yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Then that's what I mean, that's
It's
not the whole
like,
argument.
It's
but
not like you're saying that women are powerless and weak and damsels in distress, but you're just like, I'm staturally bigger,
Mhm.
more muscular, a little more powerful, and I could beat some dude to the ground, as opposed to just being like, oh, yep, you got to beat that guy up over there.
That would be crazy. What if we get so PC? Like, you got it, lady.
I mean, I'm not trying to get in a fight in a street, but if I was in a fight, I would want somebody a little bigger than me, a little stronger, to kick some ass. I mean, I
sure,
could do some
for sure.
damage, but I probably couldn't
I
take
bet you could do some damage.
But I
fuck someone
couldn't
up.
take a fucking linebacker or nothing.
You might.
Get that adrenaline
You
going.
got the tiger blood. Your dad's a cop, so you got it in your system.
Got the crazy eye. But it's such a fine line
Did he
right
teach
there.
you some self-defense?
Oh yeah,
That's what's up.
yeah.
I was gonna say if I was a cop, I'd have to. You know.
But I mean, I've never been in a situation where I've had to use it, but like I know how to get somebody on the fucking floor. So
Hell yeah, that's cool. Teach me
okay,
right now
after this
on the podcast, right during the podcast.
I'll show you the trick they use when like a person who's either going to jail or they're already in jail, like an inmate, if they're like in cuffs or like about to be in cuffs and they get like jumpy and like they want to fight the officer.
You poke them in the eyes.
No, there's a specific thing you do with the arm and the
You shoot 'em.
wrist. You like twist their arm behind their back and you push up on their wrist
You shoot them if they're tan.
and it like gives them a chicken wing so they can't do anything.
Oh, that's cool.
And it hurts. Oh,
It looks like
hurts.
it does.
Yeah. And most of the time, they shove them up against the wall and they're like, fucking quit, you know. But
Yeah. Yeah. That's tough.
I
That's
can
tough shit.
teach you how to get out of a chokehold.
Cool. That'd be good to know.
Yeah.
I get choked out a lot. So
Were you bullied?
people just sneak up behind me sometimes. I'll just be chilling. Just
But you're tall.
yeah, it's always I hang out with a lot of basketball players
They're taller than you, and they're just choking you out.
and giraffes. So there's giraffes are dicks.
Yeah, they are.
I saw a video once of a giraffe like chasing down these people in a jeep. They were like in a safari area, like probably in the middle of Africa somewhere. I don't know.
That's where giraffes live.
But this giraffe was hauling ass like 20 miles
yeah,
an
they're
hour.
huge.
They can fucking run too. I didn't realize they were fast. Like they look like they'd be awkward as shit, but they're actually like
They look like dinosaurs.
they're really coordinated. Like those bitches can run.
You'd have to be coordinated if you were that lanky.
I didn't think so, because like when you're lanky as a person, you're a weird,
You're
goofy
clumsy
guy.
as fuck.
Yeah.
You just knock shit off tables with your long ass limbs.
But giraffes got it. They shouldn't. It's like they're
Have you seen them fight where they
yeah.
like, bang their heads on each other? Like bend their
Yeah.
necks all weird? Okay.
It is wild.
If a giraffe was
It's
going to wear a
strong-ass
tie,
neck.
like a necktie, would it wear it at the top under his chin or at the bottom near his
The
boob?
bottom for sure.
You think so?
Yeah.
I would think that too, but some people think otherwise.
Well, let's get him on the phone right now. Let's debate him.
It's fucking 3:30. Hey, tell me where do giraffes wear neckties?
And we got a caller.
And you are live. Yeah,
At 3:30
actually, giraffes would wear them up by their chins because that's the top of their neck.
I'm
Okay,
a giraffeologist.
I am a literal giraffe, and
What if a giraffe? Who's holding the phone?
it's on speakerphone, bitch. I don't know why a giraffe sounds like that, but it does.
Oh my god, that was so funny. Damn it, Alex.
I'm sorry.
That was hilarious. A giraffe doing a prank call. You're a genius. That was so genius. Like for real.
That was a weird rabbit trail we
At
went on.
3:30 a.m.
That's when the best ideas come.
The best ideas.
See, nothing good happens after 2 a.m. except great ideas.
Except great ideas and cocaine. Which Alex has done a whole kilo of tonight.
Wrong.
It's been crazy.
I
It's
just
been
drank a lot
wild.
of beer.
Then this guy came through, a friend of hers, and he was like, I have meth. And she was like, all right, I'm going to mix that with the cocaine.
Hey,
So,
that's messed up. Get fucked.
but anyway, she's like,
Ooh, I have a thing. Okay, so, you know the term tweaker?
mm-hmm,
Like a tweaker?
like Alex.
They prefer to be called Mexican Americans. I saw that on Facebook.
Is
from
that a
lot of-
Mexican joke?
Sometimes.
It's like a small stab at Mexicans.
Just a little bit.
Mexican American.
Mexican American. I saw it on Facebook. I'm not that clever. Okay, continue.
Mexicans.
It's trash can, not trash can.
When do you use that sentence?
All the time. That's how I motivate myself in the morning. Just look myself in the mirror. Alex, it's trash can, not trash can't.
Do you hype yourself up in the mirror?
No, I don't.
Oh,
I'm hyping up.
you should
that
try it
is.
out. It's a lot of fun.
Do you do that?
Yeah, you got this. You know?
Is that what you do before a date?
No, that's what I do like before I like take a poop.
Take a shit?
Take a poop. I don't curse on here. We are Christian.
Oh! I need to leave.
The Christian podcast. Bless you.
I didn't sneeze. I'm sorry. That was lame. Lame.
No, that was funny. That made me giggle.
Giggly.
Made me giggle a bit. A little giggle. Get a little giggle sometimes, you know.
Now you're the giraffe.
Why giraffes giggle? Making fun of my neck. I was born like this, okay? I had a deficiency. I had, my shoulders were born a little too high, and then it had to have them like reconstructed back down. So then my neck got a little too long. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't put my shoulders at the right level. So I got a big neck, you know. But it's like,
Right.
but I'm not a giraffe. But I
Okay.
will swing on you with my head.
But where do you wear your necktie? Full circle, thank you.
I wear it at the bottom of my neck.
The bottom. Are you a bottom or a top?
I feel like it's a gay question.
It is. You're smarter than you look.
I almost answered it, but I don't even have a preference on that. Like with a girl, I mean,
Top heavy or bottom heavy?
actually, I prefer the top.
Are you a boobs man? Tits or ass?
Ass.
That's bottom then.
Oh, I thought you meant my position. Never mind.
No, you're on top. Are you? Usually?
Yeah, usually.
Okay. I feel like
I like being in
most
control.
women are bottoms unless they're outrageous.
Outrageous.
Not in a bad way.
What?
Like, not outrageous, like, oh, that's ridiculous. Outrageous, like, they'll fucking rock your world or something.
But women should get on top. You know?
Yeah.
At least for like half.
If he dies, he dies.
I had a girl refuse to get on top before, and that was disappointing.
I feel like in the midst of it, that's a little awkward.
Why?
Because it's just like, okay, you get on top now. And then they're just like, no.
Yeah.
What do
no.
you do? Continue or end?
Continue.
And then you're just a little disappointed.
Yeah, you continue. You continue no matter what. You know, until
Don't stop.
Till you're
done.
Yeah. You don't half-ass it. You go all in.
Nobody likes a half-ass.
Exactly.
Everybody likes a whole ass.
2 whole asses.
Wow, that's a lot
2
of
assholes. Who knows?
Who knows?
Anyway, what were we talking about?
I don't know. We got off track.
We are getting off track, but there's really no track to be on. That's the beauty of it.
Wow.
That's the beauty of it.
It's a really good EP.
This is a good EP. It's called 2 Assholes.
Asshole squared.
That's the second EP. We already got it planned. We already got it in the works. We're working on the second album before we even get the first.
And then the
started.
third one, asshole.
And the third one's already out, so.
The square root of asshole. Nobody likes a square asshole.
Nobody does. Roly Poly Oly. You remember that cartoon?
Heck yes.
He
Fuck
definitely
yes.
had a square asshole. That's 100% square asshole.
If he's round everywhere, he has to have a square somewhere. And it just happened to be his asshole.
No, he had a cubed body. So he had a cubed ass, you know? Like, it had to be. There's no way you have a circular asshole with a cubed body.
Cube ass.
It's like, yeah, he's like a box
Box.
with a round head.
You know,
Soft and square and round. That's how it went? Soft and square and round?
I don't remember.
Yeah, it ended with round.
Round and square and soft and what?
Soft and square and round. He's roly poly oly.
Yeah. Thought his body was round.
Is it?
Google it.
Pretty sure we gotta Google roly poly. I never thought I'd Google this.
Roly poly oly. It was fucked up.
I remember there were kids who used to be like, those are roly poly olies, like little black things. And I'm like, no, they're just roly polies, dude. You're talking about a TV show right now.
Poly oly.
Oh, he did have a round body, but his dad had a fucking
Yeah,
box.
his dad was square.
Okay, that's
Ooh.
who I was thinking of.
Do you know when they're like, be there or be square?
He's a scary looking dude.
You know what I mean?
Be there, be square, yeah.
Because you're not around.
Dun dun.
Wow. Blew my mind.
Dun dun. I think I saw that before.
It was on Facebook because I'm not original.
Facebook, cause I'm not original.
My favorite, like, bar banter, this is not related at all, is when somebody says liquor, and you're like, liquor? I barely know her.
That's funny.
Because that's gross.
Somebody said that, something similar to that recently, but I forgot what it was. It was Todd Glass. He was on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Let's
I
get
think
Joe Rogan on your podcast.
I would love. That'd be amazing. That would take a long time. He has to figure out who I am first. You know, I can't just get Joe Rogan's attention. You know, unless I'm a UFC fighter.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm become a UFC fighter. So I'm like, hey, what's up, Joe Rogan? I'm a comedian also.
Hey, yo.
You want to be on my podcast?
Wanna be on my podcast? What's that you were saying? Liquor, I barely know her? What?
No, I think he said fucker.
Fuck her, I
fuck
barely
her.
know her.
Or maybe it was clever though. It wasn't fucker. I don't know what it was.
I can't tell this joke in all its entirety because I didn't learn it. But my dad told me this. Like somebody.
You didn't learn it?
No, not the whole joke. Well,
Are you about to tell a joke right now?
it's not a real joke.
Is it a long joke?
No. Do you want it to be a long joke?
No, I just have to pee.
Okay, hold on. Because there's like a sign in a bar somewhere and it says liquor in the front, poker in the rear. And
That's a cool sign.
Genius. Here it is.
That is genius.
Right here.
Wow. And if even if you're like a small child with little hands, like you
The big
that
head
you
in
would
your arms.
You wouldn't even notice, you know? You just be like, look, okay, that makes sense.
Booker, yeah, get it.
Because you don't know.
Wordplay.
You don't have euphemisms in your brain yet.
Euphemisms.
I can't even hear myself because I took the headphones off.
Are you gonna play music or am I gonna talk?
That's up to you. What do you think?
Whatever.
Okay. I think you should talk.
What should I talk about? Give me a topic.
Talk about flavors of popcorn.
Oh, okay. All right. So, of course, you have your basic popcorn. Like you got your butter, movie theater butter, super butter. Matt's laughing while he's peeing. It's all good. And then you have your different flavors. You can like sprinkle some cheddar cheese, ranch, white cheddar, jalapeno cheddar, extra butter flavor, which in my opinion that's a little too much butter. But my favorite current popcorn combination is because I eat a lot of popcorn. It's a bad thing. It's you make your popcorn, air popped, microwave, however the hell you make your popcorn. You pour like a little bit of melted butter on top, and then you sprinkle some white cheddar popcorn seasoning, and then this stuff called lime pepper. It's like lemon pepper, but it's lime. And my dad got it at United, and it's frickin' the best because it's like cheesy and then a little salty and a little limey. I don't know. I just don't know. And I prefer air popped popcorn, but I can get along with the microwave kind if I'm in a little pinch, you know. You missed my whole popcorn conversation. Pretty good.
It's good to hear. Good to hear. You are a popcorn connoisseur, as we say.
I eat a lot of popcorn.
As we say in the states of Texas.
That's one state, not
all
states.
4 of them. I just hit the table.
Do you know how many counties are in the panhandle of Texas?
17.
26.
I thought I was overdoing it.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. Seems unnecessary.
See, if you listen to that back, you'll hear my popcorn thing, and you're just going to be like, wow.
It wasn't good, you're saying?
No, it was good. It was a lot of information.
Like wow in a good way or wow in a bad way?
Just wow.
I'm really disappointed at you. Well, we wouldn't have talked about popcorn either way, huh?
You gave me a topic.
But it was a lot of information, a lot of good stuff that the people can take home.
Hopefully.
Because I know, like, I have a lot of people who are like, Matt, you never talk about popcorn on your podcast. Like, bro, why don't you ever mention popcorn? You know?
I'm
They're
sure
like,
there is that one person.
And then they start listing it, and they're like, of course, there's your basic popcorn.
There's your air popped and your butter. Movie theater butter. Got that cheddar cheese sauce. Damn.
Jalapeno cheddar. Don't forget that one.
I did say that.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm. I also said
good,
my
you
combination is you make your popcorn, put a little melted butter on it, white cheddar,
Whoa.
and then
Game
lime
changer.
pepper.
Lime pepper.
It's like lemon pepper, but it's lime. Wow. It's good.
I've never gotten that deep into popcorn.
Yeah.
But now I want to.
It's pretty good. I had some today.
Now that it's 3:40 a.m., I'm like, hey, popcorn, man. Like,
popcorn has a lot of carbs.
Does it?
It's corn starch.
Have you ever like thought like why do corn seeds pop?
Because they get hot.
But like, do all seeds pop?
Probably. They probably don't do anything though. Who discovered popcorn?
Like, why is it specific to corn?
Con. I don't know.
What did you just say? Say con?
Con.
Is that like a hick way to say corn?
Can't answer that.
Con.
You want some popcorn?
Ooh,
what
like,
if there was a popcorn convention? Popcorn. Wow.
Do it.
I could. Orville Redenbacher, where you at, bitch?
Orville and Wilbur Redenbacher. They invented the airplane.
No.
Yeah, Orville and Wilbur Redenbacher, right? Is it Redenbacher?
That's popcorn.
Yeah, they invented
The Wright
plane.
brothers. They flew.
You're thinking of the Redenbachers.
What's that? Fuck. No, I'm confused.
No, I'm just messing with you.
What about who made the jam? The Schmuckers?
Who made Smucker's jam?
Smuckers.
John Smucker.
Schmucker.
I don't know. I think it was a guy whose last name was Smucker. I'm trying to learn about popcorn right now. Would you relax? All right, why does corn pop? It is white because it's a starch, like potatoes and pasta are starchy
Fucking
too.
told you. Fucking told you.
The reason why it pops is because there's always an amount of moisture in the kernel.
Wow. Moisture.
When it's sufficiently heated, the moisture turns to steam inside the kernel.
So,
Pressure from the steam continues to build within the kernel until the casing can no longer contain it, and pop goes the steam combined with full answer. I don't want to type it. I don't want to click on the link. But
this is gonna upset a lot of people. Does that mean corn is moist?
moist upsets people.
People don't like the word moist.
I love the word moist.
Moist.
I like a moist cake.
Moist towelette.
Moist,
Moist.
probably just desserts. I don't really want any, I was thinking cereal, but I don't want moist cereal.
That's
Sometimes
soggy.
it's not bad. No, it's not. Moist and soggy are similar.
Ew. No.
Are they not?
Sometimes. Ew. We're about to go somewhere we do not want to go.
Moist in the front, soggy in the back.
Oh, it's
Feel
like
me?
a mullet. Business in the front, party in the back.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying.
It's the
Not really business, though. I mean, kind of business.
business.
It depends on your definition of business.
What about business?
Business.
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 Just like that.
Mm-hmm. There's only two people who know karate. The king and the Chinese. And one of them's me. That's my Elvis impression.
You didn't do the lip thing. Do the lip thing.
What's the lip thing?
You can't do it. You're winking.
Am I not supposed to wink?
This is why you need to set up a video for this podcast, because that was ridiculous. No, you just curl your upper lip. Just,
Oh.
you know, you're not doing it. You're just gritting your teeth. Wow.
Can't do it. I'm not Elvis, okay?
Every other part of your face moves except your lip.
Damn it. I do need a camera. I definitely
Okay,
need a
whenever
camera.
you're pumping yourself up in the mirror, work on that. I'm sure I look really pretty doing that too. You're winking.
I'm not trying to wink. Damn it.
This podcast sponsored by Wink. I'm just kidding. No, it's not.
Wink.
It's
Is that a brand?
It's the wine service.
Oh, Wink. W-I-N-C.
Yeah.
We are sponsored by Wink. If you don't know where to get a bottle of wine, Wink is the place to go. You're going
Wow,
to
you're really good at this.
going to a dinner. You're meeting with some friends.
You
might
just want to get fucking drunk on your
just want
couch.
to get drunk. You don't know what type of wine you need. Wink will help you out with that. Because they got all types of like flavors and shit. And they'll be like, "Where you headed?" And you'll be like, "I'm headed over here." And they'll be like, "We got the perfect bottle for you. I know exactly what you want.
I know your flavor profile, bitch.
I read your mind."
That'd be cool if you were sponsored. That'd be fucking cool.
I am sponsored.
By who?
Wink.
We're gonna get an email.
I want to get
It's
sponsored.
like, don't put our name.
I
want to
get sponsored by Butcher Box because they'll give you like
You should get sponsored by MeUndies.
me undies. Have you ever listened to Joey Diaz?
No.
Do you know who that is?
No.
He-
No, and no.
He has a podcast and
No way.
he says some me undies. Don't no way me. I will throw a shoe at you.
This podcast sponsored by Matt Shoe.
Me undies.
Yeah, I watched the Jenna Julian podcast, which is like Jenna Marbles. You know who she is?
Mm-hmm.
From YouTube. Yeah, her and her boyfriend.
They're
And
gross.
They're fucking funny.
Are they?
Yeah, I love them. They're always sponsored by either Wink or like MeUndies or something like that. And I'm like, damn.
That's cool.
But it's funny because when they started their podcast, they were like, we're not going to be sponsored because we do what the fuck we want. And then what happened?
Well, that's true. The money starts changing you. You feel me?
Does it change or just make your life a little
It
better?
changes you. You ain't the same person anymore. Once you get money, you sell your soul to the Illuminati, and you gotta have like sex with like goats and stuff.
I thought when you got money, you could just buy name brand shit instead of the great value stuff.
That's what they want you to think, but really you gotta get gang raped by like P. Diddy
No.
in a gang.
Get pissed on by R. Kelly.
You gotta get pissed on by R. Kelly too. That's the next one.
It's part of the initiation. Don't ruin the fun.
Well, I can't find Joey Diaz talking about MeUndies. I was gonna.
Were you ever in a frat?
I wasn't damn it! Why do you gotta bring that up?
Which one?
Alpha Psi Omega.
I don't know what those words mean.
Rah Rega. ATO.
So you went to the ATO frat house out there in the country?
Couple times.
I
Yeah.
live out there. Stop.
You don't live out there.
I do.
I thought you lived like south of Canyon.
Yeah, that is south of Canyon.
No, that's like south. That's east.
Yeah. It's east, and then you go south, and then you go back west, and then there's my fucking house.
Don't you sass me.
You don't know your directions.
I know direct. It is east.
Dibba-dibba-di.
I mean, it is south too, but it's mostly east. It's east of Canyon. It's not south of Canyon.
My house is.
But you're not by ATOs then,
Yes, I am.
because ATOs are like north of Canyon. Like
They're not north of
like
Canyon.
before you get to Canyon, you turn left, right?
From
No.
It's south. It's towards Happy.
But the ATO lodge is east.
Technically, it is east, but if you go down that road it's on
Mhm.
for like a couple miles or so, and then hike a right, that's my road. I'm on a dirt ass road in the middle of fucking nowhere.
How does it feel to lie about your life?
You know, I always thought when I was in high school I would just like sneak into one of those ATO parties. Never did. Do they have pretty high security at the door?
No, it's just a dude.
You just walk in.
Yeah, you just walk
I
in.
never even went to one. I should.
You shouldn't. They're not all that. I rushed ATO because they were like the party. I thought they were like the party fraternity.
Are they not?
I don't know. I guess it was just weird.
I think it's hard to pinpoint that.
I just didn't like the situation
How long were you there?
for a semester.
Oh, and then you were like, fuck that.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you
Yeah,
make some
exactly.
good friends in there?
Yeah, I did. There's some cool people in it. We're still friends on Facebook.
Do you ever hang out?
No, I never hang out.
So they're not real friends.
No, they're more like acquaintances.
Acquaintances.
But they're cool acquaintances. I'll say what's up when I see them.
What's up?
But yeah, I mean, there were some cool people in it, but I didn't like it at all. Like the rules, the structures, it was all stupid to
And then
me.
you had to pay a lot of money, right?
Yeah, like it was like $60 a month or something.
Well, it's like when I lived with
I
Tessa.
wouldn't know. I didn't pay.
When I lived with Tessa, she was in a sorority, and just watching her have to do all that shit, I was like, you got me fucked up.
Yes, it's so much extra shit.
I mean, is it worth it?
Not at all. Not for me, because I already had
Okay.
friends. You know,
Yeah,
like if I moved 1,000 miles,
maybe.
I'd be like, I'll do fraternities. I mean, I probably still. You don't need to do a fraternity. You're gonna make friends no matter what.
It's always good to make friends in your classes, so when you don't go to class, you can text them and be like, what happened?
That is true.
Life hacks.
That is true. You are a life hacker.
What'd you find on the internet over there?
Well, I was looking for Joey Diaz stand up, but I don't know if I can play it. Probably. Would you get flagged for doing that?
Probably.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just kind of boast
I don't
about
know if
him
it's
a little bit.
maybe just music. But Joey Diaz is funny. He's a funny Cuban. Or is he
Cuban?
Puerto Rican?
Yeah.
I don't know the difference. Be honest with you.
To be quite frank.
I'm so bad at geography. It's not funny. I can't. I probably couldn't
Did you
name
ever play
all the
that game?
states.
You can't name the 50 nifty United States.
I've never heard anyone rhyme like that.
There's a whole song. I learned it in 4th grade.
No, I can't. I never learned that song.
And it's all the states in alphabetical order. And I'm not going to do it for
Please
you.
do it.
No.
Please.
No.
Please.
No.
Please do it backwards.
I can't do it backwards. I can't even say the alphabet backwards.
Do it at random. ZYXW.
Yep,
VUT.
Okay, that's as far as I get.
SRQ. P. Fuck.
See? Fuck you.
ON. M.
In.
L. KJ. JK. Or is it KJ? No, it's KJ. Fuck it. Go ahead. What were we talking about?
Did you ever play Trivia Crack when it was popular?
Yeah, I used to snort that shit.
Well, there's a category, geography, and I fucking failed it every time.
No, I remember Trivia Crack. That was fun for a while. That was a good time. And my backpack fell.
That was just our dead bodies. No big deal.
Dead bodies everywhere. Speaking of corn,
Uh-huh.
I was talking about the band. Are you familiar?
Korn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a song called Dead Bodies Everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of fun.
I thought you were trying to go back to popcorn.
No, that's why it was funny, because it seemed like I was. But I threw you for a loop.
Starch.
My favorite popcorn is
Movie theater popcorn.
my popcorn.
Ooh.
Yeah. All I do is I leave seeds out on my porch in the morning, and when I come home, I have a full bowl of popcorn. It's crazy.
Don't eat it. It's poisoned. You're gonna die.
No, it's just the sunlight. It's the sunlight that pops the kernels.
That's not how that works.
It's exactly how I have a giant magnifying glass.
You have vagina? What? That's what I heard.
I have a vagina magnifying glass. It's shaped like a vagina.
For your flowers. We made a real big circle just now.
It grows the flowers as well, yeah. It's perfect. It's like you wouldn't expect it. It's like a greenhouse, but a giant vagina.
Enter at your own risk.
Exactly. Because you don't know if that is like one of those snapping vaginas that catch flies.
Like a Venus flytrap? That's not a
Like a
vagina.
Venus vagina.
The flytrap?
Vagina flap.
Flap. Ew.
You said it too. That was weird. We said it at the same time. It's like a weird jinx.
Well.
You owe me a Coke. We both said vagina flap at the same time.
No.
This has gotten out of hand.
Wow. Same brainwave.
This is a good podcast, though, right?
Are you gonna post this?
I definitely have to. We're having so much fun. Like, I think people will enjoy this.
If they listen long enough.
I don't know. It's been exciting the whole time, though. Like,
There wasn't ever a dull moment, I don't think.
no, because I had to play a song. So that kind of was a dull. I mean, it wasn't a dull moment, but then the song ended and it was playing like my last podcast, like 6 seconds into it. They'd be like, "Hey,
stop."
my bad."
So you're just listening to yourself.
Yeah, it was Kaylee talking like the first couple
Okay.
seconds. But yeah, myself included. I was there for sure.
I hope so. Jerome podcast.
No, I actually miss a lot of my podcasts. I just invite people in. I'm like, "Hey, can you start talking?" And then I leave. I go to the store. I try to get some chores done.
You can go to find some vagina flaps.
Vagina flaps for my car. You
Are
know,
those like mud flaps?
basically,
Wow.
they just keep your vagina protected from danger. You know, from hail, windy days.
That's not what
dirt.
mud flaps do.
I'm talking about vagina flaps.
That's all I have to say.
Vagina flaps on my car, you know. If I had a band, they would definitely be called Vagina Flaps. That's a good band name, right?
That's some interesting merch opportunities. Big old
Very.
vaginas. New t-shirt.
Big old vaginas. It's the
Ooh.
first album.
That will be my band name. Big old vaginas.
Gaping vaginas.
Gaping assholes.
Gaping assholes.
We are the gaping assholes. Ah, no. I don't think that'd be a good thing.
How wide is the question? Is it like a small canyon?
It's like half of the Grand Canyon.
That's pretty damn big.
What is gaping?
Yeah, gaping is large. You are correct. What about
I'm scared.
I forgot what they're called. Holes in the ground.
Wells?
Like when people, like
Puddles.
the ground opens up and people fall
Sinkholes?
in. Sinkholes. That shit is crazy, right? Like sinkholes just happen.
Yeah, just boop.
Do they even know why? Can they track them? It's probably just random, right?
Google it. You're the one with the computer.
Oh yeah. Can you track sinkholes?
I don't know. Because you can kind of predict earthquakes. Or
I
track
don't want to hear your shit right now.
earthquakes.
I don't know why I have my headphones halfway off. NASA scientists use radar technology to predict sinkholes.
I like those videos where like it's flooding and then it just takes out a piece of highway like a bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just like all that shit is just gone. Like the concrete, the asphalt. Hello? Is that an ad?
Yes.
For what?
No, it was CBS this morning. Can NASA predict where sinkholes might form and spread? This is from 2014. So they definitely can because it's been 4 years. That's crazy. 2014 was 4 years ago.
I kind of forgot it was 2018, so I was like, 4 years?
Do you remember when 2014 was like the future?
That's when I graduated high school.
Remember when you didn't think 2014 was going to happen because 2012?
Remember when I thought I was going to die in 2012? Yeah.
Yeah, those
Sad.
are good times. Those are great times.
Kind of sad we didn't fall through.
I remember they came out with the movie 2012 in 2010. Like when we go back in history, people are going to be like, what the fuck? Like you named
That's-
a movie 2012
yeah.
in 2010? Like why not in 2012?
I have to tell you this story. It reminded me. I was at a bar one time and there was this old guy and he just infiltrated like my group of people
With his dick?
just with his person.
Okay, just this person.
So he was telling me how he had OD'd 3 times and was supposed to be dead. But then on the last time that he OD'd,
Show off.
right. On the last time he OD'd, he saw God's aura. And God told him that his time was not done, so he didn't die. And he was like, and that was in 2012. And that's when I knew the world wasn't going to end.
That's a weird way to end that.
It didn't go together, and I was confused because nobody was talking about anything like that.
You want to know why I knew the world wouldn't end?
Yeah,
Is
pretty
that how we
much.
started the conversation?
Pretty fucking much.
Because I overdosed 3 times.
And I was supposed to die.
I've been around the block, bitch.
But I'm still just Jenny from the block, okay?
And you were probably like, I just met you 5 minutes
I was
ago.
like,
You
I'm
don't
just
have to.
trying to drink right now. It's $2 you call it. So if you could just fucking move, thank you.
That does happen though. Let me tell you my life story.
Let me tell you a story. Okay, it's kind of fun though.
Stories?
Drunk stories at the bar.
Probably. I wouldn't know. I don't drink.
You got accosted at Whiskey River by an old man after your set, if you remember.
Accosted?
Accosted. Approached aggressively.
Really?
Yeah.
By an old man?
At the bar, you were trying to close out. And he just grabbed your arm and started talking to you for like 45 minutes.
Oh. He wasn't mad though, right?
No.
Okay, cool. I was
think,
going to say, I don't
think
remember
he
that.
was talking to you about your set, and then you said something like, oh yeah, thanks, or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And then he told you his life story.
I remember he was telling me a joke,
Yeah.
and then he was talking about Trump. Because I made a Trump joke, and then
That's
I was
right.
like, dude,
That's right.
I don't actually want to talk about it.
Yeah. I guess you blacked out between then because he told you his life story because I was standing there.
He told me a joke, and then he told me his whole life story.
Mm-hmm.
For real? Mm-hmm. No, I wasn't blacked out. I was just
Not
drunk.
paying attention.
I just don't remember the whole night, you know.
Right.
Damn it. I'm gonna think about that a lot now.
I'm sorry to ruin your illusion. I'm so sorry.
Do you remember any of the life story?
No, I don't.
It's because it didn't happen. You're lying.
No, it happened.
You came into my house, into my podcast studio. You're gonna lie to my face.
Your face.
You're gonna lie to my face.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I prefer that.
No, I could have been drunk, but I saw your face just zone out after he was trying to talk to you about
Really?
Trump. Like your eyes glossed over.
Okay, so it was that guy.
And you were just like nodding your head like, yeah,
Uh-huh.
And he was like, yeah, man, that was great to talk to you. And you were like, you came back to life and you're like, yeah, and shook his hand and walked away.
I do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Can't even argue that one. It happens.
And then-
You ever just,
zone the fuck out.
yeah, like
Yeah.
when someone is long-winded.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was talking to a girl,
No way.
And then, like, yeah, it's rare. But, like, she talked for, like, a straight 10 minutes. We were having a conversation, but I couldn't say anything
Because she was talking.
because she wouldn't stop talking. And I was just like,
See?
wow, like, we can't.
You have to
This isn't
give
gonna
and
work.
take.
Exactly.
What was she talking about?
And she was just changing topics. She talked about, like, 4 different things.
So she went on like rabbit trails from her own thoughts?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we were talking about a totally different thing by the time she was done talking.
And you're like, how did we get here?
Yeah, and she wasn't even on Adderall. You know, like if you're high as shit, that makes sense.
So did you finally get to say something?
Yeah, but it was like by the time I did, I was like, I'm not even engaged anymore. Like,
I
it's,
don't even care. This is fun. I'll see you never. I'm just gonna pay my tab and go.
I like your scenario. I should have done that.
Yeah. What'd you do? Sit there the whole time?
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever walked out of a date though.
and be rude.
Yeah. I try not to be rude.
But she was also like an hour late to the date.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah,
You should have left. Or
But,
not
like-
gone. However that worked out.
I don't know.
Well,
Left or not gone.
it's in the past.
Yes, the past is not the future, as I always say in my book.
What book?
The present is now.
It's part of Oprah's book club.
Check it out. Check it out on Amazon. It's the #1 book in the nonfiction
What is the number
erotic
one
fantasy
book? Erotic
category.
fantasy.
Yeah.
Erotic fantasy.
And it's called The Present Is Now.
Present is now.
Yep.
Now when I do
And every chapter is called The Past Is Not the Future.
Is that all it says? For like 300 pages?
No, it's just
The past is not the future. The past is not the
it's just
future.
a chapter. That's just every chapter.
What does it talk about?
It talks about how like time
Time.
exists on several realms.
Realms. Good word.
Yeah, like there's like mountain time.
Central time.
There's like
Pacific time.
tea time. There's all kinds of times.
Hammer
man.
time.
Hammer time. Absolutely, there's absolutely hammer time.
It's always hammer time. What are you talking about?
It hasn't been around in a while, but it was there. It was there for a long, like a decade or so.
Can't touch this.
No.
Da-da.
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 Can't touch this. Ooh, got a flow?
You know what I mean?
You got
no,
flow?
I don't.
Flow it.
You want to freestyle?
I cannot flow it.
You can if you want.
What? I don't know how to freestyle.
Yeah, you do. You just go, my name's Alyx Wylie. I like being wily. Coyote. You know me.
I sound like a
I don't
bunny.
eat bologna.
Sound like a bunny.
No, it doesn't rhyme.
Bunny, funny,
Honey,
honey,
sunny,
money.
gluttony,
No. Orange, orange.
Stephanie.
Stephanie. Who the fuck is Stephanie? Well, remember, like, in elementary school, they were like, nothing rhymes with orange. And then there was that one kid, door hinge rhymes with orange.
That was Eminem.
That was you.
That was Eminem.
You're Eminem.
I'm the Slim Shady. I'm Slim Shady. All you other Slim Shadys are just imitating the ones that are all Slim Shady. Please stand up. And then I'm standing up right now. I don't know if you guys can tell.
Present.
You definitely can't tell. But I am standing.
No, he's not.
I am standing. And Alex is still doing cocaine. I don't know what her deal is.
Ah, you know me. Party Central.
Oh, so
So,
hour 57.
Everything is
How
dark.
long will we go?
how long has this been going?
Can you predict sinkholes? That's the question. It's been going for hour 57.
Shingles? I don't have shingles.
No, sinkholes. We're basically a flying ladder.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
It's too much. We're basically...
If you don't finish it, I'm going to have to say something.
Oh man.
We're basically
This
what?
isn't even funny. This isn't funny at all.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get myself put back together. I'm like Humpty Dumpty.
Right. Obviously, it's funny. Maybe if I don't look at you, go.
It's not funny. We're basically a flying
Saucer, flying burrito, flying. Obviously, it is funny. Continue. I'm trying not to look at you.
It's not funny. I swear.
Apparently, it is.
It's just 4 a.m. We're basically.
We're basically flying.
I gotta let you read it.
Okay.
It's we're basically a
Where is it? Where are we at right here?
right here.
What the fuck is this? We're basically a flying laboratory, said NASA's John McGrath, who is in charge of the plane. So a flying bathroom? Wow.
I couldn't say laboratory.
Laboratory?
couldn't say it.
Laboratory.
I don't know what's wrong with me. I think I have like
See,
Tourette's.
if you weren't going to say something, I was going to be like, I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
You should have done it.
Because I'm Bill Clinton.
You could be Bill Clinton if you wanted to. Did you know anyone can be Bill Clinton?
Did you know? I did not know that.
Yeah, it's a fact. I looked it up.
A whole fact?
Yeah, I Googled
Or
it.
a half fact?
Whole fact.
I think it's a half fact.
Whole facts.
Fucking liar.
Show me the car facts.
It's my money and I need it now.
JG Wentworth?
877 cash now.
877 cash now.
Now do the opera part.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
Good.
Yes, absolutely. I can't believe how hard I just laughed about
Laboratory?
laboratory. That was ridiculous. We're basically a flying laboratory. Why couldn't I say that?
I don't know.
It wasn't funny. I told you it wasn't fun. I don't know what is wrong with me. I gotta go to the therapist. I can't stop laughing.
I thought you were going to
at
say, I have to
basic
go to the
sentences.
mall. And I was like, why?
Why did I say the mall?
Do you ever just fill in people's sentences as they're talking?
Yeah.
Because that's what I just did.
The mall. I do have to go to the mall. I gotta get some new boots.
Boots. Need some new boots. What kind of boots? Kicking boots, stepping boots, stomping
I'm
boots.
just kidding. I can't fit in any boots at the mall.
You have to special order online?
Yeah. I'm a monster.
I have to special order online as well.
Don't lie to me.
For jeans, because they don't make them tall enough for me.
Jeans are hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone, all the jeans that are like my length are like super big in the waist.
See, mine's the opposite. Mine are super thin in the waist and long enough.
Jeans, man.
What's your inseam?
My inseam.
How
It's
long?
a little personal.
How long are your pants?
Oh, 36.
Me too. Shut the fuck up.
You have the same length as me. You're not as tall
Maybe
as
it's different if it's girls. I have really long legs and a short little torso.
me. Long legs. You're like a giraffe.
And I wear my neckties at the bottom.
That's the moral of the story is we're all just giraffes out here
Giraffes
on a rock just flying through spaghetti world.
as a laboratory.
There's laboratory involved. We're just flying. A flying laboratory.
That sounds... See, when people say laboratory...
Get out of my laboratory.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Is it really?
Dexter's Lab. Fuck yes.
Well, I'm gonna look more into Jeffrey Dahmer's ass.
We're still on it. His whole ass, not his half ass.
See, it goes into who is Jeffrey Dahmer, and it's
Who
just
is
like,
Jeffrey Dahmer?
I don't want to know who he is. I just want to know about a plunger and if it was inside his ass.
It's
you
a
know.
broom.
Well, you know, this one says plunger.
Okay, so then it's not real.
You're right.
Let me Google it.
Like, when was the plunger invented? See, this is weird. Answers is not like giving me answers. Why I killed gay cannibal serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer? What? This dude wrote an article after he killed him.
Did you see that too? Why I killed Jeffrey Dahmer?
Yeah, what is that?
Wow, from the New York Post.
Nigel Campbell. Okay, Nigel Campbell didn't do it.
I think
I
that's
think he's
just
writing
like a
from his perspective.
random ass fact.
He was convicted of raping, killing, and eating 17 men and boys, most of them black, between 1978 and 1991.
Interesting.
Do you think that's a compliment or an insult?
Yes.
Because I think that means he's super into black guys. So it's kind of a compliment, right?
Unless it was racist.
But I mean, if you hate black people, you're not going to eat them.
Maybe you would.
You're right. I'm not thinking like a serial killer. 'Cause I've never
There you
I've
go.
never been a serial killer cannibal. I didn't know it was 17 though. That's intense.
Who was 17?
Oh no, he just killed and ate 17 people.
Oh, that's his number?
Yeah, that's crazy. 17. That's insane.
That's a lot.
Yeah. It just says he fatally beat him. Like it said he hit him with a dumbbell. Which I'm sure was probably heavy. What if you just hit him with like 45 pounds and just bah,
What about an anvil?
bah. Why he can't really swing an anvil.
Do they still make anvils?
I've never seen one in the history of ever my whole life.
Just on cartoons or movies.
Yeah, exactly. Like, have you ever seen one?
Not in real life.
I haven't either. I've seen like kettlebells. There's like tiny
yeah.
anvils. But
That's not what I want, though.
no, definitely not. That makes me miss
Looney
Coyote.
Tunes.
what is it called?
Wile E.
Wile E.
Coyote.
Coyote.
Wile E. Coyote.
What was the other thing called? Roadrunner.
That's the same cartoon.
Yeah, but I couldn't remember the other
And he's like,
character.
beep, beep.
Such a great time. Such a great time to be alive.
That's what people used to call me. 'Cause
Meep meep.
my last name's Wiley. Wile E.
Coyote. Wiley Coyote. Have you heard that song with Kendrick Lamar? Cartoons and Cereal?
Yes.
I love that song so much. That's such a great beat. I wish I could play it. But I can't 'cause they're gonna get mad at me.
You have to pay to do it. And it's probably more than you want to pay.
But I got my video taken down. Did we talk about that on the podcast or before the podcast?
I can't remember.
But it's just crazy to me that it got taken down because it
I
said
think it was before the podcast.
I copyrighted James Brown, and it said they showed the specific song,
And you were like, no.
and I've never heard it in my life.
Maybe you
Honestly.
said a phrase. Did you sing a phrase?
I mean, maybe you can't
No.
you can't flag
you
that.
can't count that.
I don't know. It's just weird. I think
Unless somebody
YouTube's
stole
some
his track.
haters. YouTube's are some haters.
Yeah, they just flag shit for no reason, apparently.
Yeah.
I follow a lot of YouTubers on Twitter, and they're always like, my video got flagged, and it's not bad or anything. And I watched the video, and I'm like, you're right.
What did they say the reason was? Was it because of James Brown too? Or maybe it's a whole James Brown thing going on.
James Brown. Chill
James
the fuck
Brown.
out.
Yeah, he's never been a chill one. Watch me. I got it. Is that James Brown? I don't know. I just know he says crazy stuff. He's got a lot of energy.
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 Da-na-na-na.
James Brown.
James Brown.
Go to town.
Go
I
to
feel
town.
good. Na, 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 na.
Na-na-na-na-na.
I knew that I would now.
Na-na-na-na-na-na.
So good.
So good.
So good.
So good.
He could scream his ass off.
His whole ass.
His whole ass, not even half ass. But the whole ass.
The whole ass.
This is crazy. It's 4:17. What is going on?
I know what the fuck. I didn't mean to stay out this late, and yet here we are.
Same. I didn't think I'd be Googling James Brown at 4 a.m. Figure out some James Brown songs.
See what happens when your guys are lame at the bar. You have to find something else to do.
So good.
Dun, dun,
So good.
dun.
I don't know what he says.
I
after
got
that.
you.
I got you. Oh.
Dun, 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 dun. Ow! That's the next one.
James Brown. Oh, no, it's James Bond. James Bond, I'm on a mission.
There you go.
I don't want to sing the whole song because I'll get flagged. I'm just playing.
Apparently, there's a leeway you can play like 6 seconds or so of a actual song and it won't do anything.
That's cool.
I don't know if that's real or not. Maybe I made that up. Who knows?
Interesting.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Very interesting indeed, Mrs. Wylie.
Indubitably.
Indubitably indeed.
What's one word as a little kid that you could never say?
Fuck.
No, like it's hard to pronounce. Fucker.
I don't remember having any words that I couldn't pronounce.
Mine was particular.
Particular.
Couldn't say it. It was
What
like
was it?
parsley.
There was a word I would always say wrong. I think it was probably.
Would you say probably?
No, it's probably, right?
Probably, yeah.
And I would just say probably.
Probably.
Probably. With one B.
Instead of probably.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay.
There was another word, but I can't remember it now.
Let's see.
But I used to pronounce it wrong.
Did I say particularly?
I said mine as well. I still do that.
Mind.
Mine as well.
You said mine that time.
Mind?
It's mine as well, not mind.
Mind. It's might as well. With a T.
Oh, fuck me.
You had me fucked up. I was like, what?
What's another phrase like that?
Booty shorts, of course.
Booty shorts.
Whoa. Who's playing music? Is it me? But continue the conversation.
This is such a fuck show.
Dragon Tales was a good show back in the day, you know.
I wish I may.
You did watch it?
Yeah.
There's Zach and Wheezy, and the two heads are bad one.
Yeah.
Dragon Tales.
Dragon Tales.
I haven't heard this song, but I like it.
Who is this by?
This is Black Sheep again.
Yeah.
Posted a track 3 hours ago.
What's up, fam?
Killing it. Killing the game. Check them out. I'll put a link to this one too. I'll put a link to everything. Not tonight though, because it's 4:20. What up, y'all?
Blazing.
I can't believe I'm awake at 4:20.
You don't stay up this late? I always stay up late.
Never stay up.
Wow, this is a rare occurrence. I'm glad I'm here for it.
Me too. And before 20, y'all at 4:21 on 3/31, 2018.
Do you have to do anything tomorrow?
Yeah.
What?
Live.
Do you have an appointment?
Yeah.
What?
Whenever.
Oh my god.
As soon as my eyes open, it's time to live, y'all. It's been time to live. You feel me? But like, you can't live in the past. So you gotta start tomorrow.
The past isn't the future.
And that's how we circle back.
There's been a lot of circles. This is more of a Venn diagram.
It's in my book.
Dave Ramsey.
Dave Ramsey, what? It's ridiculous.
He taught me how to save money.
You made me forget the title of my book.
The
The
present.
present is now. Erotic fiction. No, it's nonfiction.
No, it was erotic fiction.
Oh.
Playback.
We will play it back. And now it's nonfiction.
Uh-huh.
I gotta go black.
What? Gotta
gotta
go
go.
ghost.
Gotta go back and listen to that
Gotta
later.
go black and do what now?
I didn't mean to say gotta go black. Gotta go Black Panther on them bitches.
Did
Is
you
it-
watch that movie?
No.
I didn't either. Apparently it was good though.
Yeah, I had mixed reviews on it. I don't think I would like it.
What is this? Is this spa music
This is the Toust.
from
He
Black
was-
Sheep?
No, this is I had him on podcast number 10. He's a producer. He'd been making beats.
Hell yeah. Welcome, fam. That doesn't
This one's kind of scary.
make sense to me. It is a little interesting. But it's not offensive, so
I'm offended.
you're always offended.
I'm offended. Let's listen to another one.
Okay.
These sound like some Odd Future, like dark type beats.
X-Files.
I'm in this bitch. I ain't rich.
Ooh.
I might snitch and hide in a ditch.
'Cause
If you're
you a
looking for me.
bitch.
Hey! You just killed my flow, bro. I was about to go in.
In the ditch.
These beats are scaring me, man. They're all like scary.
Should we
I'm
get?
nervous.
I'm nervous.
I'm going to die.
Should we get out of here?
We should get out of
Okay.
here. For real, though. It's 4:24, dude.
My dude.
My dude.
It's Wednesday, my dude.
Thanks for coming through. I had a great time.
Yeah, this was fun.
It was fun. I had a little too much alcohol.
Same.
But yeah, 4:24. This is the end of the podcast. Thank you for listening. This is a good way to end. I might like have some like melancholy beats at the end of my podcast from now on.
Melancholy, good word.
Yeah, it's the word of the day also. Been a couple words of the day, but that's the new word of the day. That's the word of the day.
Are you doing your giraffe impression?
Is that how giraffes talk?
That's how I talked earlier when I was a giraffe.
Okay. Let's get one thing straight right now.
Okay.
You'll never,
Uh-huh.
never,
Never.
you will never be a giraffe.
You do.
I don't care what you think or what you believe is going to change.
Are you talking to me or the people?
You will. It's impossible. There's no way you can be a giraffe. You can't. You can't be a giraffe.
Watch me.
You will never, no matter what. It doesn't matter how hard you work.
What if I wear a necktie?
You just don't have it. You just don't have what it takes. Just don't. It's not going to work. I'm just letting you know. But anyway, I'm going to end the podcast.
Okay.
It was supposed to end like 2 minutes ago, but I started talking about giraffes.
Yeah.
I thought your voice was on the beat. Okay. We're going to get out of here. Thank you for listening. Have a good night. Check me out on the streets. And check Alyx Wylie out at alyxwylie.com.
Don't do that. That's not a website.
She'll sell you drugs. Hit her up.
No,
Her phone number
not.
is 8675-309.
309. Check out
All right.
Matt at real_Clemente.
Hey, she knows it. Those beats are scary as hell. Okay. I'm going to get out of here, guys.
See you later.
Boom, 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 boom. Peace.